Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what the hell are we playing today? Why, I believe it's Operation Gral. I believe it's only the top of my head. Doing a RoboCop. Yes, Operation Gral. Originally, the live stream was going to be a stream of Operation Winback. Well, Winback, Operation Poseidon, something or other. Anyway, it was a different game entirely. I discovered this on ModDB and figured that I should give it a try. Now, getting it to work is fairly easy, as it has everything you need in the zip file. This is a mod for Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, people still mod Wolfenstein 3D to this day. And epic indeed, Riley. Epic indeed. Alright, so let's get started. Now, since this is a Wolfenstein 3D mod, there's no mouse look or anything like that. You still use the keyboard and stuff like that. Now, hopefully, the audio is equalized, because like you can't really change the audio in this at all. As you can see, it's like it's either on or off. So this is Wolfenstein 3D all the way. You can change like the controls a little bit, and I already have, but that's pretty much all you can do. So I'm hoping everyone can hear. Now, how tough am I? Me wants Teddy. Put away that gun. Let's kick Nazi ass, Nazi-ass, and obey me or be slaughtered. Since I'm not a complete pussy, I will go ahead and do let's kick Nazi ass. Prepare yourself. And for those who can hear, yes, that is indeed, I believe that's Vampire Killer, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which exact Castlevania track this is. But yeah, this is a full-on Wolfenstein modification, and it plays pretty well. I haven't actually finished too much of it. Come on. I'ma cut you. I'ma cut you. Well, I died. Already off to a bad start, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very difficult mod, because Wolfenstein 3D was never a particularly easy game. It's not... It fixes a lot of the issues with Wolfenstein. The graphics are, of course, better. You actually have textured ground and sky, which is something Wolfenstein 3D did not have. Sadly, I don't think there's a quick save. I don't think there is. I don't recall. Now, in the instructions, because there is a little instruction thing, and it says, like, there's one level where you can't save. It's like, thanks, modder. And I don't think back in the day you could shoot people through windows. I think at that time that was like a fever dream of a madman. But you can do it here. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Let's save again. You gotta save early and save often in this, because you will die, and die hard. Tried to play Wolfenstein 2 again today. Wolfenstein 2 is not that bad if you ignore some of the politics in it. And I still like Wolfenstein 2. I know it's much maligned. Now, I have not played any of the DLC, so make of that what you will. Also, colored lighting? Oh my god! What techno sorcery is this? And see, they're dressed in field Gral, or Feld Gral. I forget how you pronounce that. I don't know if I can speak German. Wilhelm Scream! So I can't mistake yellow for brown, or brown for yellow. I thought Wolfenstein 2 was fun. I liked it. You know, maybe it's just the utter dearth of modern-day first-person shooters. I liked it because of that. God damn, he did a lot of damage to me. As far as I know, the closer you are to the enemy, the more damage they do. Give me all the treasure. Picked up a swastika. Oh dear. Well, the college kids aren't gonna like you then. Let me save here. And since nobody is complaining, I guess the audio is fine. And I would imagine the DLCs are kind of eh. I think the big problem with Wolfenstein The New Order, the more I think about it, like I said, save early, save often. The big problem with Wolfenstein, I guess, is they kind of wrote themselves into a corner in that, how are they going to win? You know? There's too many, you know, National Socialists, and they've been in power for so long. It's hard to say, like, what is the victory state of that? And then they've made the Natsols more and more ridiculous, and I got beat up. They reek of cut content. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all in today's modern-day gaming market. But, like, how exactly are they gonna win, though? Because, like, I still like Wolfenstein 2, but like having the Venus base, come on. That was a bit silly. I guess I kind of had to do something since you blew up the moon base, but... Holy crap. I guess for me, I would like to see a hidden resistance, something that we haven't seen in the first 2 games. It's the only thing that makes some sense. Now there is... well, I just got the shit beat out of me, literally. There was some implication that not everyone agreed with the National Socialists during the Roswell level, but that was just a very little bit of it. And I guess I should have mentioned this in the review, but I guess I hadn't had time to think of it yet. But I think I think they kind of went a little overboard with the National Socialists to the point where it's just kind of stupid. It's like forcing everyone to change the language to German. I mean, come on. The logistics of that alone... But whatever. It's one of those things, you've got to suspend your disbelief. You just got to do it. And yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity with that power armor. It didn't, like, do anything. It didn't have any power abilities. It was just kind of there. Found another swastika. Oh dear, the college kids are really going to be mad now. YouTube isn't going to like that either. Probably should censor that. More saving. Yeah, I think, okay, I love the fact that my phone just sent me a, update saying Operation 2 Project Poseidon is on, even though that's not. I already changed the name of that. Goddamn YouTube. But, whatever. I would say that Wolfenstein 2 is a bit simpler than Wolfenstein 1, or New Order, I should say. I think probably a lot more effort is being expended on Doom Eternal, just with the armor improvements and things of that nature. Come on, shoot him! Fucking eradicate him! And sadly, are there any secrets in here? Aha! I totally knew that was there. Like how... Now imagine, how much trouble did that guy have to get in to be the guard of the secret passage? How boring must that be? And that's from Doom. That's pretty nasty. I really wouldn't want to be that guard. Be stuck there with a fucking dead body. Hey, you know, BJ was John Woo before John Woo was even born. But we shall see just what Wolfenstein 3 is like. I hope they don't try to milk it for like 5 or 6 games. Just end it at the 3rd. I remember around like 2011, that's when all like the major franchises of the time finally got their 3rd installments and didn't end. Like Gears of War. Gears of War isn't gonna end anytime soon. Okay, now I gotta try to figure out where I am. Okay, it's not over here. Because I know that doesn't go anywhere, which I don't think it does. Let's save again just in case. Just in case. Okay, good. But, you know, it never ends at 3, though. Nothing ever ends. It never ends. Because just look at Gears of War. How many more Gears of War have there been since Gears of War 3? I mean, come on. And, you know, I haven't really paid attention to that Wolfenstein co-op game. I don't know. I'll probably give it a try. You kind of really need double pistols, because these guys take a few hits, and they hurt, and hurt hard. Otherwise, press in. I love those little things like that. Okay, theoretically... Oh, crap! Shit! The first level really is a gauntlet, and there's like, I think like 12 more after this. Now the thick southern accents I can get behind, because damn. Now why he'd be shouting stop him in English, I'm not really sure. Come on, just let him come. Ooh, I probably shouldn't save here. Shit. Shit. But it's kind of funny that he has 2 daughters. I think they could have had, like, a daughter and a son. The grindhousey feel is something I don't have a problem with. Hey, wait, can I shoot him through the window? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta try to tank control my way over here. Oh, come on. I should be able to shoot him in the back. Okay, I love how, like, since this is the Wolfenstein engine, I can't see him here, but if I look here, I can see him. But no matter what I do, I can't shoot him. I'm gonna try to kite him out of there. But I'm not sure if the AI in this is quite smart enough for that. Oh dear. I guess I shouldn't assume, should I? Especially not in today's market. Just fucking eradicate him. What's he even doing over there? Okay, save. I'm at 1% health. This is true gaming. You know, I never actually played Spear of Destiny or any of the, or really even modded Wolfenstein, like, at all. I mean, it's not that I didn't like Wolfenstein, it's just I've never really focused on Wolfenstein past just the first game. You think I would have, but I just never really came to mind. I'm very impressed by this. Very impressed indeed. Come on. Come on, just keep running into my shots. Because I can see the Soul Sphere. Might as well be the Soul Sphere. The BJ Sphere. The BJ Testicle. Come on, try to charge for the BJ Testicle. Aha! Save. I actually preferred the PC. Okay, back in the day, I kind of grew up on the PC speaker, and when we finally upgraded to, you know, actual sound, I was like, it doesn't sound as good, because like the pistol in Wolfenstein on PC speaker sounded like a laser gun. I was like, it just doesn't sound as cool. So even as a kid, I was like, it's just not as good as what it used to be. Look at that, did 5 points of health, just one shot. Thankfully there's a first aid kit. Save again. That's the name of that song! I couldn't remember the bloody thing. Add some horror segments. I need to finally play Spear of Destiny. I could not remember the name of this bloody song. Because I've heard it before, and I even have it on my phone, but I just cannot remember what exactly it was. It kind of fits. Kind of. When I first started hearing, I was like, Castlevania? In a Wolfenstein game? Seems kind of strange. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, if YouTube could see this. Let's hope it doesn't. Honestly, it sounds like he's saying England or something. It's like, wait a minute, BJ's American. How dare you besmirch his good name? You shall die for that. Well, die for a lot of other reasons too. Aha! Yet another secret. Once again, I'd hate to be on guard duty, secret passage guard duty. That must just suck like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so here's the machine gun for the game. It's gold for some reason. He likes his bling. And you can only drink out of the water pits if you're like really, really hurt. But I just like the bling gun. We're just gonna call it the bling gun from now on. Save. Let's see. Horrible story of parents with 2 sons. Oh yeah, I heard of that story. And yes, it is a Castlevania song. And yeah, BJ's face is a little weird, but yeah, I have heard of that story. That is pretty sick, actually. And thank you, Andrew Huxley. I shall indeed endeavor to keep up the good work. The great work. It's not just good, it's great. Any more secrets? No. And that was just level 1. That was hard. We didn't get that much treasure. We only got 66. We got 69 treasures. Duke Nukem would be pleased. Alright, what song is this? I want to say that's Paranoid. I kind of recognize it. They definitely had a very strange soundtrack for this. Not that I'm complaining. I like Paranoid. It's one of my favorite songs, actually. 3D Doom or Quake. Yeah, I'm a big fan of all three, as you would expect. With Doom first, Quake second, and Wolfenstein 3D third, simply because Wolfenstein 3D is kind of aged poorly. But this mod is excellent. And there's everybody's favorite dictator. Apparently he's been reincarnated, at least if you follow the media. Even though that's kind of not even close to accurate in real life. The N64 version actually just turned it into some guy, some mustacheless guy. I mean, you know, Addy without that mustache just isn't quite as God damn it, just isn't quite as distinctive. And yeah, Quake 2 is nothing short of excellent. I need to actually start modding that game. I actually got 2 mod campaigns that I have not played yet. Come on. I heard a door open. The door sounds are from Heretic, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's got to be Paranoid. And they're magazines, not clips. I mean, seriously, I've known that since I was a goddamn kid. You know, I get it, Addy. You've got an ego. You don't need to, like, plaster your face on every goddamn wall. What do you think you are, Saddam? Stalin? Mao? Of course, here's a question. What's the difference between Addy, Stalin, and Mao? People still like Stalin and Mao. Dictionaries. And yeah, I've seen that about fascism. It's not fascist when we do it, because we're special. Yeah, you're special, but not the way you think. I love how, like, there's just a guard in a room with nothing. Just flags. It's like that flag storage room. I like how there's just a swastika on the floor. It's a swastika made of blood. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull and bone. Okay, came through here. I don't think I went this way. Save, yet again. Save before you go in every room. Otherwise you will go right back to the beginning. Exactly. Special ed indeed. Not really, but I'm not opposed to it either. The special forces. They're part of the special team, huh? Oh, crush shit! Hey, it's kind of like real life. You don't want to just charge into a room with 2 guys with machine guns. You know, I don't really think World War II is really oversaturated. It's not like it was back in the early 2000s, where, like, all the games were World War II. But this is definitely more historically accurate than Battlefield World War II. I mean, yeah. Damn. Or Battlefield 5 is what it's called. Okay, I need to save again. Although from what I've heard, because I saw a number of videos on Battlefield 5, the game, Battlefield 5 just isn't that good of a game, even if you take out the politics. That's the case with a number of things, where if you take out the politics... Come on, shoot him through the window! Oh, that is cool. You know, if you didn't grow up back when this game was... Well, back when Wolfenstein 3D was new, back when Wolfenstein 3D was like the greatest thing ever, you can't be impressed by this. But the idea that there's a window and you can shoot through it, that is pretty bloody awesome. Technologically. And that you can do it on the Wolfenstein 3D engine, it's like, holy shit. Going into the store to buy booze? Well, that kind of sucks. Oh, I take it in as a whole. I guess that makes sense. There's actually a Call of Duty 2 mod that I think takes place in China. I know there's some Call of Duty mods that take place in Italy, Spain, and a few other places. You know, I don't remember his daughter showing up. Oh, and the New Blood. I only played that once. I still have not played Battlefield 1 yet. I probably should at some point. I have Bad Company 2. In fact, wait, is that Bad Company 2? Yeah, it is. I have Bad Company 2 right here. And I have not played any of it, to be perfectly honest. I just kind of bought it for like $1 and have not gotten around to it yet. And I played a lot of Battlefield Vietnam myself. I got it in a pack with a whole bunch of other Battlefield games. And I have no idea what source port this uses, to be perfectly honest. And you haven't missed much. Darth Chuko, I pronounce the name. And glad you're finally able to catch said stream. Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll see if that's any good or not. I'm afraid it's going to be microtransaction to hell. Super Obscure War. Well, there's some Call of Duty 2 mods that will show. There's a Spanish Civil War mod for that. There's a mod that takes place during the Italian invasion of France. So there are things like that. There's even a German campaign mod as well. And I have not been able to get any of those mods to work. I try to launch it and it crashes almost immediately. Come on, just turn that corner, dude. I got my bling gun. I'm just shooting him with, you know, grills at this point. Grill ammo. Grillo. I don't know what There's somebody named Grillo in a game, but I can't remember what game. Somebody named Grillo, and I always liked that name. I actually have the Xbox version of that as well. I got that for like $2. I do not know what source port this is. It's the source port that comes with the mod. Literally, all you gotta do is click on a bat file in the folder and it just launches, so it could be. I have not played Verdun. I have not played the demos for any of those games. I really hope The Predator does well, because I really liked that movie. I mean, I've already seen the negative reviews popping up for it, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. But as I walked out of the theater, one other thing, I went to see that movie with my mother, actually, because she's the one who got me into the Predator franchise. And, you know, I turned to her and I was like, you know, it's not going to get a sequel. It's just too good. Alright, I got a silver key. So where is the silver door? But I look, it's like, it really is a movie that I don't see doing very well. Because it's just so different from the other Predator movies. And I just feel like a lot of people are going to write it off. I felt pretty bad just sitting in the theater and saw like nobody was in there but me and her. If you compare the amount of people who went to see The Predator, god damn it, see The Predator and compare that audience to Deadpool 2, yeah, it's probably not going to do so well, unfortunately. Now, people still enjoyed the movie. What people who were in the theater laughed at the jokes, so the jokes did land, and they generally enjoyed it, at least as far as I could tell. But I'm just afraid no one's gonna really care, you know, because it's not Marvel, it's not Deadpool, it's none of that, so no one's gonna really pay any attention to it. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think the best way to describe it is it's very much like a 80s movie, like an early 80s movie in many instances. In my review of it, I basically liken it to, imagine Predator meets Deadpool with its dialogue meets Stranger Things with the overall way it's shot. It just kind of has that otherworldly look of Stranger Things in many instances. So it definitely feels more 80s than a lot of these other... That definitely felt a lot more 80s than Predators did. Now, will that actually sell? We'll just have to wait and see. And holy crap, that's a lot of stuff that you guys have written. Thoughts on the next Terminator film? I don't know. That image didn't look very well. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I know, and Fred Decker's great. I still need to see Night of the Creeps, and I loved Monster Squad. Well, working retail is not an easy thing to do. Omgul dude. I don't really have any tips for that, because the thing is, when you work retail, it can be different every day. At least that's how it seemed like when I worked retail back in the day. Because I have worked retail on occasion, and it is definitely not a pleasant thing. And I can't imagine working at a clothing store. I've worked at... Well, back when I was a teenager, I worked at a grocery store, that's what it was. That wasn't fun. And then later on, I ended up working at a hardware store, and that wasn't fun either. The thing is, I don't really know what to tell you. I'm sorry, I'd like to have some sort of great bit of knowledge, but the only thing I learned was just endure it and remember that money is money, and at the end of the day, you will get a paycheck, even if it's not for very much. That's about it. Just remember, it ends. It does end, and you get to go home at the end of it. And yeah, unless it is a superhero movie, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, RoboCop 3 was bad, though, just because of the writing. I know, and there's only so much you can do with Terminator, and I don't... What they should have done, if you want to make that franchise last longer, all you gotta do is set it in an alternate timeline. That's what they should have done a long time ago. Give me all the fucking bling guns! Okay, I've not picked up another key yet, so why do I get the feeling this is gonna be a massive labyrinth? A massive bloody labyrinth. But, yeah, like, just set the Terminator thing in another timeline and be done with it. Okay, no exploding barrels in Wolfenstein. Well, I don't know why I got a guitar solo from a bar of gold, but okay. Let's see, where was I? But yeah, Terminator, just set it in another timeline. I mean, that'll work. People will accept that. You know, it's like, well, what if John Connor died? Then you could literally have Jane Connor. That way it'd make all the feminists happy. In fact, something like that actually happened in the comics, where you did have Jane Connor, because Sarah ended up having a daughter. So there you go. You got your feminist Terminator. And it would make sense in the canon, you know? Oh, the mod's pretty good. But yeah, you gotta save a lot, because you will die, and die fast, every time you turn the bloody corner. Like that. See, look at how much damage that one guy did to me. Save, again. Most of this live stream is just me saving. And rocking out to Paranoid. Now, there is only one good version of Paranoid that exists. Actually, no, I take that lie back. There's two. There's the Dio version, and then there is the original Paranoid on the Paranoid album. Every other version just is not nearly as good as those two. I would actually go as far to say that the version of Paranoid on the Paranoid album is the definitive version of that song. Because the guitar solo on that one has not been matched, like, at all. Just really, compare the original version to any modern version, and that one guitar solo just does not sound nearly as good. Crisis with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Well, I did the same thing. 4 gigabytes of DDR2. Why did they have to go to DDR4? And then have the price go up so high? That's the one thing that's holding me back from upgrading this PC, is I'd have to get a whole new motherboard, and I just don't want to do that. Because I got 16 gigs of RAM right now, and if I wanted to upgrade, I'd have to upgrade the motherboard and the RAM, along with the processor, and it's like, that's a lot of money. I can do a lot of stuff with that money. And the other thing that's holding me back from really upgrading is there's just not that many modern games that I play. Most of the games I play today are old, or are mods of old games. That's literally it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna play Doom Eternal, but I can turn that down to... Holy crap, what? Look at how much damage he did to me! I went from 100 health to 16! Okay, you know... Okay, I'm not gonna reload the save, but I am gonna go see what is behind door number 2 over here. See if there's some health or something. And there is. It's like, I get the big ammo box. I would rather have the big health box. 41%, I guess, is better than 16. But that does a shitload of damage. I kind of have like pseudo-modern controls. I got the tank arrow keys, but shoot is spacebar and open is E. Save. Salve. Skynet is so smart. Why should they destroy humanity? You know, that's a very good question. I think best historical, huh? Freebird isn't bad, but it goes on too long and it's kind of discordant now and again. I'd have to think about that for the best guitar solo. I'm not really... That's an interesting question. I'll definitely have to think about that. Because I don't think I've really focused that much. You know, I might actually just cop out and say Paranoid's guitar solo. It's definitely one that really stuck in my mind after all these years. This is only on difficulty level 3 of 4. And, you know, Skynet never made a lot of sense. But, you know, it's like, it's the villain. Skynet definitely seems too human to be an AI in many instances. 6%? 6%? I have no idea what song this is. It's a bit discordant for my taste. It's getting a little better. I'm not really sure what that is, though. I recognize the first two, at least. Really, in Terminator Salvation, Skynet actually made a little more sense. Skynet wanted to turn all the humans into cyborgs and rule them through that. Still, though, Skynet has to do something. I think Skynet did that in one of the books, or at least one of the comics. Well, some of the Terminator books that I've read were actually kind of crap. There was one where Skynet created a nanite virus that could infect humans and turn them against other humans, like literally control their brain. It's like, once you get mind control into it, it's all over, because then mind control, especially easy mind control, is basically a win the game button, sadly. And it's like, why, you know, you got the evil robots, why have a means of controlling other humans? Because at least it seemed like it was difficult for Skynet to do what it did to John Connor. Actually, that particular plot point made me stop reading that entire book series. Terminator Genesis was supposed to get 2 sequels? Damn. I like Terminator Genesis. I love that movie. I'll do multiplayer games later. I wanted to do this mod because, you know, it's a Wolfenstein 3D mod. How many of those exist that are easy to play? One of the things about the Sarah Connor Chronicles that I liked was it actually kind of showed how John Connor became John Connor. Like, he starts really kind of whiny at first, but he definitely gets more and more tough as time goes on. And the ending for that particular show wasn't that bad. You can kind of fill in the blanks. And if you really squint, you can kind of make the ending sort of like the beginning. It's where the ending of that show kind of set up the beginning of it. Crap. Alright, come on! Come here! Shit! Well, I should have said come here and kill me, because then he sent his buddy after me. Load. AMC total conversion? I don't think so. And I don't play that many Half-Life 2 mods. I played one once with Roadkill. It was some third-person thing that was kind of like a sort of an 80s action movie inspired mod. But I never really got into Half-Life 2, nor did I really get into Half-Life 1 altogether that much. As I always like to say, I didn't play Half-Life 1 until 2006, and I didn't play Half-Life 2 until 2010, so yeah. It's just those games never interested me. Crap. I just shot him in time. Alright, where is that guard? He shot me through a window. Okay, which door just opened? Yeah, this music is growing on me. I bet it's some famous tune, but I don't recognize it at all. Alright, I'm back down to 6 health. You know what? I'm gonna save anyway. Cause damn. Blood GDX just released Redneck Rampage GDX. I need to check out both of those. Well, yeah, I enjoyed them, but like I didn't really get into them like I did with Doom, though. I mean, I enjoyed Half-Life 1 and 2. I just didn't like... I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know? If Doom were a woman, I would marry Doom. If Quake were a woman, I would marry Quake. If Half-Life 1 and 2 were women, they'd get friend-zoned. No offense. Graphics or gameplay? Always gameplay. Doesn't matter what the graphics are if the game is crap. If the gameplay isn't good, then it really doesn't matter. It's kind of like if you compare a game to a woman. If the woman is beautiful but utterly vacuous, then you're not gonna have a good time. It's what you can do that matters. Unreal Tournament. Didn't play it back in the day. Played it in like 2012 and really enjoyed it. I don't play it as much as I would like, but I really had a lot of fun with that game. Along with Unreal as well. God damn it. Although Unreal is kind of hard to get through. Power Slave port. You know, I don't even remember. Half-Life 1 would be the side chick. Half-Life 2 would get friend zoned. I don't know if I'd side chick the Half-Life 1. Just because if I were dating female Doom, if I was dating H Doom, I don't think I'd actually side chick her with anyone. Especially Half-Life. The beard on Half-Life is just too bristly. Alright, let me save again. It's actually a really funny... Well, it's not funny. It's a really entertaining, I guess is the best way to put it. A really entertaining alternate history map for Half-Life. Where what happens after Half-Life... Half-Life 2. It's on DeviantArt. I think the guy who did it was RVB O'Malley. Just type that in and it's there. It's like one of the most recent things. Too much drama. Romp in a science lab. Jedi Academy, you know what? Jedi Academy is a very sexy lady indeed. I mean, she's very acrobatic. And voiced by Jennifer Hale. Open up with them! Eat my bling! Although, you know what? Okay, every time I say eat my bling, the first thing that comes to mind is the trailer for Halloween, the new one, where Mike Myers has like this handful of human teeth and like drops it into this bathroom stall. I'm going to see that. I'll do a vlog of it when it comes out. Because it looks really good. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. And she's fucking packing. There's a scene with her with a lever action rifle. I gotta actually look up what model that is. With a fucking lever gun practicing in the backyard. Well, I don't think she was practicing in the backyard. She's practicing somewhere. Ready to fucking just eradicate Mike Myers. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be sweet. Silent Cartographer, that version was really good, but I'll tell you this. The modder for SPV3, the modders I should say, did an amazing job on Library. I can't wait to review that. That's coming out later this month, the SPV3 review. Oh, they made Library so much better. Here's a spoiler. You can hijack a Wraith tank and just rampage with it. It's fucking beautiful! And eventually you can get a ghost as well, but you can hijack a Wraith! And they make the library great again. They build a wall, and it keeps out all the flood. Ironically, that does actually happen in Half-Life 2. There is a big wall that keeps out the flood. Half-Life 2. Not Half-Life 2. Halo 2. Blech. The difference between modern and an old school shooter? I like pronouncing it vlog, because I'm different. I'm not sure if it's a 4570. It looks like it's probably a 357. That's the most useful cartridge in that for like personal defense. Let's see. Difference between modern and old school. Modern is definitely has a much more emphasis on spectacle. It's supposed to be more of an interactive movie, whereas back in the day, like, the gameplay told the story along with cutscenes and things of that nature. Now, gameplay almost seems an afterthought to the cutscenes. Come on. You can Shingleben all night long. Come on. Come on. You know you want to attack. I'm really enjoying this mod. This is a vast improvement on the original Wolfenstein. This is something I highly recommend. It's on ModDB. You can easily find it. Just Operation Gral. The San Gral. Save. Save Gral. Let's see. What if all our current tech had 80 aesthetics? I would love it. I would, because I do like the 80s, even though I only got in on the tail end of the 80s, by which I mean I was a grand total of 11 months old. Actually, no, I was gonna say I was a grand total. I lived through 11 months, no, 10 months of the 80s, and that was it, in 1989. Okay, so I got all the keys. Now I just gotta find an exit. See if there's any secrets in here. Yeah, the music here is pretty good. It started off kind of discordant, but I'm actually really enjoying it. And yes, it is a gold-plated MP40. It's the Blang gun. And they relocked for 40 years. Well, that's one of my guilty pleasures. That's a good question. I'm trying to think of like the guiltiest of guilty pleasures. One movie that everybody hates but me. And it's a movie that you wouldn't even guess. It's a Christmas movie, actually. And that Christmas movie is The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. I absolutely love that movie. I even did a VHS transfer for that, since all you could ever do was find it on VHS. There's singing and everything in it, but I swear it's good singing! That's probably the guiltiest of guilty pleasures that there ever was. Well, that and maybe Wizards. That was a movie that I discovered quite by random. What the hell is that? They got cyborgs in this game. Alright, I will read the chat in just a second. Wizards is probably the second most guilty of all the guilty pleasures. Alright, and... aha! That was actually not that hard. Now that's, of course, definitely, risking things, because I bet this next level is going to be a goddamn gauntlet. Wingo Gauntlet! Street Fighter. I've been a fairly decent fan of, Street Fighter. I actually got the original Street Fighter back, the Street Fighter 2 The World Warrior. I got that, I think, either for my Christmas present or birthday. I don't remember. It was something like that. Back in the day, I had both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And I got completely eradicated there. Die Hard, I like 1 and 3. I didn't watch Die Hard 1 until many years after it came. Well, I wasn't even born yet when the movie came out, but I watched Die Hard 3 when it came out and really liked it as a kid. Because I was a big fan both then and now of old Samuel. Because Samuel L. Jackson is great. He's a great actor, and he's not an idiot. I know you have to, like, separate the art from the artist, but he's definitely not an idiot as far as I can tell, nor does he look like an SJW either, which makes me very happy. Battlefield Earth. Okay, maybe that's a good example for a guilty pleasure, because I didn't absolutely hate Battlefield Earth. I didn't think it was that bad. I definitely have seen worse movies than Battlefield Earth. It's kind of entertaining, to be perfectly honest. Just seeing, you know, the massive amounts of overacting. Apocalypse on PS1? No, I have not. Old habits die hard. That would be a pretty good, that would be a good send-off for that. Although, Die Hard, I don't think really has much staying power as a franchise. And I'll explain that in a minute. And hello, Lorenzo. Hey, The Room is pretty entertaining. I watched that movie as well. I still need to see The Disaster Artist. I've been meaning to watch that, but just other movies have kept coming up. Kind of like last night, I watched a film called Stephanie. The less you know about it, the better, but it's actually pretty good. It's a fairly basic horror movie. The acting is pretty good, the plot isn't bad. It definitely has low-budget CG, though. Because, like, they have a house blow up and it's very obvious it's CG, but, eh. I thought it was an entertaining film. But yeah, Die Hard. You know, Die Hard 1 works. Die Hard 2, not so much. Die Hard 3, I think if it was just Die Hard 1 and 3, and either have John McClane die at the end of Die Hard 3, or get back together with his wife in Die Hard 3, and it should have just ended right there. Because everything else just gets kind of ridiculous. I mean, like, this guy's fighting terrorists every year. I mean, I can't imagine he's able to, like, even get insurance at that point, you know? It's like, damn. It's like, he wouldn't even want to go anywhere at that point. It's like, he wants to go... I can just picture, like, Die Hard. Die Hard at Disneyland. Like, he wants to fucking go to Disneyland and, like, terrorist attack. You know, he wants to go to, like, let's say John McClane played arcade games. It's like, he wants to go fucking play Die Hard the arcade game. And what happens? Terrorist attack. Anti-video game terrorist. Anita Sarkeesian shows up and, like, holds everyone hostage, and he has to stop her, you know? It's like, fucking John McClane wants to go to, like, Schlitterbahn. That's a water park, by the way. A really cool one in New Braunfels, Texas. I really want to go there, but I have not had a chance yet. He wants to go to fucking Schlitterbahn. Guess what? Terrorist attack. And he has to stop him. It's like, it just gets ridiculous after a while. It's like, how miserable must John McClane be? He can't do anything. Because if he does, terrorist attack. You know, he wants to, like, go to a bed and breakfast. You know? What happens? Terrorist attack and take over the bed and breakfast. And it's up to John McClane to stop them. Let's see here. Well, uploading does take a bit of time, and I'm playing on the third difficulty. And yes, Die Hard, terrorist attack. Yeah, that's no, like, his house is being, like, fumigated for bugs. Okay, he's got, like, fucking fleas, and it's like he's trying to get it fumigated. So, like, he goes to the local Motel 6. What happens? Just as his head hits the pillow, terrorist attack. I can just picture, like, Bruce Willis like, God damn it! That's definitely a God damn it moment, but it's like, it just doesn't work after, like, the third movie. I'd honestly say the second movie doesn't work either. I mean, yeah, it does have Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon, but it just, why? And now it's like, what, the Die Hard 6? And it's got his, like, wimpy hacker son, you know, it's like, oh god, just end it. It's kind of like Taken. You know, Taken is another one of those franchises that doesn't make a lot of sense. They even made a TV show out of that. And, you know, you got Taken. It's like, okay, his family gets kidnapped, and he gets his family back. And then, shit, Taken 2. Like, what, his niece or something get kidnapped? Taken 3. His third cousin twice removed. Now, of course, like, imagine, like, I don't know what the name of the character is in Taken. It's like, his mother-in-law gets kidnapped. You can keep her! Although, one thing that's actually kind of funny, though. When I was married, my mother-in-law was quite excellent, actually. Very cool lady. Definitely very awesome. So I was very lucky when it came to that. You hear all the mother-in-law jokes, but I was very fortunate. I was blessed by Talos himself to have one of the best of all time. So there was that. But still, though, it's much funnier if I say, like, Taken 5. Let's see. Like, how far away can you get his former roommate gets captured by terrorists. It's like, eventually, either he's going to run out of family members or they're going to run out of terrorists, and I think he's going to run out of terrorists before too long. Crap! Okay, I need to save. Left 4 Dead 2 map. Die Hard 1, is it a Christmas movie? That is a good question. The thing is, I know people like to call that a Christmas movie, but in all reality, it's not. It's a movie set at Christmas, just like Batman Returns. That is a movie set at Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. For me, a Christmas movie has to be about the holiday, or about the celebration thereof. If it doesn't do that, then, you know, it's probably not. The Purge. Oh yeah, The Purge makes absolutely no sense. Die Hard 4 is not his son? Oh, then I don't know who he is then. Cousin? Oh, you're at the USS Lexington. Sweet. That is a very, very awesome ship. Hopefully you'll be able to see the engineering compartment, because I didn't have time to go see it. Die Hard 64. I've not played that. Oh, you're not there? I thought you were. Actor that tries but gets casted in his shit. Jai Courtney. That name seems familiar, but I don't know who that is. And it looks like the electricity was trying to go out, so if I just go, if I like just disappear, then that means the power went out. Oh, 1v1 at the Lexington. Oh, okay. Well, I'll bring the Chinese war sword. I'll be sporting and just bring that. That Chinese war sword is pretty cool. Oh crap, 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 crap. I'm a big fan of that. It's much more of a choppy sword than, crap. Just do not stop shooting. It's much more of a choppy sword. It's definitely not something that you'd, like, fence with. But it's a really neat sword. Jai Courtney was his son in Good Day to Die Hard, and Kyle Reese Peanut Butter Cup in Hey, you know, okay, who is the wimpy guy? Who is the wimpy guy in Die Hard? Or one of the Die Hards? Because there was like a wimpy guy, I swear. Crap, 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 crap. Those guys hurt and go down hard. Claymore. Well, you know, I think the Chinese war sword and the Claymore kind of have a similar concept to them. Justin Long. Okay, I don't recognize the name, but I'll just take your word for it. Okay, where did the National Socialists get a robot? That's the other question. Like in Wolfenstein 2, where did they get the Terminators? Where did they get those? Like, it makes sense that they have them, because I'm sorry, there's not enough Germans to administer the entire world. I mean, they had to come from somewhere, but still. Where did they get the robots? I'm just finding all these secrets, and I'm not even trying. I'm glad it's streaming. And I do not know why it's buffering. It shouldn't be. The Apple guy, small part in Galaxy Quest. Oh, that guy! Who's more wimpy? You know, at least Justin Long did something in Galaxy Quest. So I'd probably say Shia LaBeouf is more wimpy. But then again, Shia LaBeouf did something good in Constantine. So I don't know. I think they might be tied for wimpiness. No, I take that back. Justin Long. Justin Long has a much wimpier looking face than Shia LaBeouf does. And Shia LaBeouf wasn't that bad in Fury. I actually rather liked him in Fury. So yeah, there you go. You know you gotta be wimpy when you make Shia LaBeouf look good. Give me all the BJ testicles. Now see, out of context, no one's gonna have a clue what I'm talking about. But then again, context, who needs that? I don't, you know, I'll tell you something, though, that secret Dachshund society, I don't know how that makes any sense. It's one of those things where you gotta just chalk it up to grindhouse logic, but like, how did they make all this space technology? Realistically, realistically, if they wanted to make a more plausible game, what they should have just said is that they had slightly more advanced technology. No power armor, no magnetic containment bottle crap. None of that. It's just, like, they were able to figure out how to split the atom faster. And even then, I'm not sure they could be able to do that. Because if you look at the sheer size of the Manhattan Project, I don't know how you could do that in secret. Kind of poke around the corner there, but whatever. You gotta have them have magic. Daikatana review. I don't know when I will get to that review. I have the game. I don't know. It shouldn't be buffering, but there's no way for me to really check, unfortunately. But I have Daikatana, but there's so many good games I want to do, and I'm actually kind of saving the bad games because I have like a plan. I have like an idea for like the distant future. I'm just finding secrets everywhere. I'm so glad I'm streaming right now because I would never have found these had I not been streaming. Oh shit! We got the chain gun. I don't know why it's painted such a ridiculous color, but you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Oh shit, son. Okay, let's save. That honestly looks like a game. Looks like a gun from Blake Stone. I almost said Robert Stone. And it didn't really help me much because I got killed almost immediately. To be in the works. I like how he just opens up the door and was just 2 seconds from bashing my fucking skull in. Okay, so what we want to do... Oh, this even has massive recoil as well. It's actually pushing me back. This is a very technically impressive mod, but like back in the day, I do intend to keep using my bling gun. The old MP40. That way I don't just blow through all my ammo like you wouldn't fucking believe. This music here is pretty good too. Crap, he did a lot of damage to me. Okay, he must have just put a lot of secrets in this game or something because I'm just tripping over secrets. Crap. Okay, let's save again. Always save. Never not save. You will regret it. I don't know if you can put grenades in a game like this. The next review is actually going to be the SKS. I don't know when I'm going to get to this game, sadly, because October is going to be the Spawn review. Spawn Armageddon, actually. It's a PS2 game, kind of in the same vein as Concrete Jungle. It finally gives me an excuse to talk about Spawn. I'm actually going to buy a can of Surge, because you can get it. And I'm going to work that in somehow. I got 3, maybe 4 reviews planned, depending on how much time I have, and if I can finish it all fast enough, for October. I want to do Spawn, then I want to do the Mosin Nagant re-review, then I want to do a review of the Lost Battalion movie from 2001, because in October, that's the centennial of the events portrayed in Lost Battalion. And last but not least, I want to get, for the Halloween review, Necrovision. Imagine Wolfenstein, but World War I. And it's actually more historically accurate than Battlefield 1. You don't get a semi-auto rifle. You literally start up with a #1 Mark III Lee Enfield. And it's really cool. It's a really good game all around from 2009. Manufactured. Created, developed in Poland. Because the Poles know what they're doing. Oh yeah, the woke video. I don't know when I'll get a chance to do that. I really do like Return to Castle Wolfenstein. There's a review of that on the channel, actually. Woketober. The SKS is a type of rifle. The SKS is a semi-auto rifle from 1945, although mine isn't from 1945, mine's from the 80s. The specific model I'm re-reviewing is the Yugo model. The video itself is going to be the SKS in 2018. Is it still relevant? Shit! It's not shit. But, spoiler alert, it really isn't. Due to import restrictions and supplies drying up. The SKS is sadly not as relevant as it was when I bought mine. The SKS today will cost you about $400 and up. And unless you're a collector, don't even bother. You can get an AR for about that same price, and the AR is, of course, much more advanced and arguably a better first rifle and a better rifle in general. Now, back when you could get them for like $140, which is how much I paid for mine, you know, they were great. You know, like you could have a really good, really high-quality rifle for cheap. In fact, what's really funny is the SKS actually cost less than the 1022 22 caliber rifle. But they ain't that cheap no more. The Mosin Nagant review for October is going to be something in the same vein. Spoiler alert, the Mosin isn't relevant anymore because those are now $400 as well, and you'd be better off, you know, buying like a Savage or a Ruger or the Mossberg Patriot line. Southern Klingon School. Return to Castle Wolfenstein is the Dark Souls of FPS. I don't think it was that hard. I don't remember it being that hard. That was actually the first game I got from my 2002 era Dell. And what's really funny about that is I bought the game and got the computer, and then like the first weekend I had the computer, there was like this big, because I was in the band at the time. I was never very good at it, and I never really enjoyed it that much, but it's one of those things I stuck with trying to get better at, and sadly I just never really got that good. But literally that weekend was like this big band meetup. Holy crap! Run! Hide me. There's this big band meetup, so I was like, oh, I don't even want to do it, I just want to play Wolfenstein. But the band meetup was fun enough. Holy crap, I know that's not Addy because he lacks the mustache. It looks like a clone of BJ. I am so dead. Yep. And I was right. I started out playing the trombone, but never got very good at it. And then I transitioned to the tuba/sousaphone. And I wasn't very good at that either, but I was better than I was with the trombone. And I enjoyed it a lot more as well. Crap. And I'll tell you this, the sousaphone is the hold on, I gotta get the full air quotes in. There it is. The sousaphone was the portable tuba. It weighed more than the tuba, but you kind of wore it, and it weighed something like, I'd say like 20 pounds, and you had to wear that. You put it on, and you had to play it, you had to memorize the music, and you had to march all at the same time. I never was particularly good at it, mainly because I just never really was able to get the timing down right with some of that stuff. And, most importantly, no one ever bothered explaining the marching properly to me. They just kind of assumed that you knew, and nobody bothered really explaining, you know, like, how the best way to go about that was. But I tried. I tried. Come on. Shit. Level name is Adolf Grosse, eh? I just thought he was a member of the Naz. He kind of reminds me... Oh yeah, that's what that does say, doesn't it? I wasn't even bothering to read that. Alright. Come on, Adolf. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Mr. Schick. I guess he forgot how to open door... Oh, he can't... Oh, he... Dude, you open doors really slowly. Okay, let me save here. I don't know how much I'm hurting or not. Because, like, there's no boss meter. Let's see. There's going to be a Sonic live-action movie. I'm not really sure we need a Sonic live-action movie. But was Chris Chan gonna play Sonic? Crap! I was an idiot. I totally should have just kept hiding. I never really got into any of the Sonic, you know, like TV shows or Sat AM or anything. I've been meaning to sit through that Sonic anime that came out in the 90s, but I don't really think Sonic needed, you know, a storyline or anything. Because, like, it's a blue hedgehog that can run faster than the speed of sound, you know? And it's like, does that really need a story? It's like, how? Why? Okay, what I need to do is this. No, I got stuck on a tree and died. You know, Stairway to Heaven is not a bad game, and it's cool that you know how to play it. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, a Dell computer. Let's see. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. When I first played it, I was quite... I mentioned this in the review, actually. When I first played it, I was quite impressed by the fact that the enemies could kick grenades back. It was one of those things that, you know, going from Wolfenstein 3D to that, ooh, I can fucking just pop in and pop out. Sweet. Okay, save. That they could kick grenades back. When I first started playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein, I didn't even use mouse and keyboard. I just used the keyboard. Because that's what I was still used to at the time, just using the arrow keys. I think I killed him. Aha! Now that's hardcore. I like how he just has a gold key, like, in his body. And that Dell PC, man, 50 gigabyte hard drive, Pentium 4 processor, 256 megabytes of RAM. As primitive as that sounds, though, I played a shitload of games on that. You know, Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, AVP 1 and 2, Starfleet Command 3, Jedi Academy 1 and 2. It couldn't run Doom 3, sadly. Never ran that. It didn't run Knights of the Old Republic 2. Literally, it would crash every time I tried to run Knights of the Old Republic 2. But it could run all those games that I just mentioned. Quake 3, Quake 2. And I'll continue in a moment, as soon as I don't die. Jane's combat aircraft in World War II. So, yeah. That was a epic PC, if ever there was one. At least for me, it was. I need help. Shit! Shot in the back by an asshole. Sad I am in Archie comics. You know, I never got into the Archie comics. That's not a thing I ever cared about. I never liked human interest stuff. Because that's what I always refer to it as, human interest. It's like, none of that, unless it's something sci-fi, horror, fantasy, you know, something like that, I really don't care. Superhero. I always like to say this. Whenever Full House came on, that TV went off. Because as soon as I heard that intro theme, I just done. No, I will not watch. Do not want. Do not want. Because I just never cared about that stuff. Never really cared about, like, family matters and stuff like that. That was just not my thing back in the day, like, at all. Although, ironically enough, I was into Seinfeld back then, because Seinfeld is a very different kind of sitcom than a lot of others. It had much snappier writing. Another BJ testicle. Had much snappier writing, and it wasn't boring. Those saccharine shows of the 90s was something I never particularly liked. Ooh, talking about guilty pleasure. I just remembered another one. Oh, dare I even say this one? Dare I even say it? You know, I think I will anyway. Oh, and then I can bring up a Adolf Grassi, Defeated. Sweet. Ooh, I like this music. Huh, let me save real quick. I'll say what my guilty pleasure is in just a moment. I want to rock out to this for a moment. I tried making a Doom mod once. Sadly, it didn't turn out very well, and then a bunch of crap came up and I wasn't able to really do any more. I did make one game once. I made a little Dragon Warrior ripoff in RPG Maker that actually turned out pretty good. It only took me 3 days to make, and it was a perfectly serviceable little game. Well, it's a full game actually, with like story, and there was no like cutscenes or anything in it, but it had like a full story and there was actual dialogue options. I was pretty proud of that. I was gonna make a much better one, but as is always the case, a bunch of crap came up and I wasn't able to, and I don't really remember how to even use RPG Maker anymore. So if I was gonna make another game, I'd have to like study that again. But I was able to study how to use RPG Maker, and I was able to make a full game in 3 days. I was most impressed with myself. I wonder what song this is, but I really like it. But yes, the single greatest guilty pleasure is as follows. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's the one. Of all the guilty pleasures, that's the one. I don't know why I like that show, but I did. I was like 12 at the time, and I was a big fan of that. I have no idea if it's actually any good today, but back then, man, I really liked that particular show. But it wasn't a traditional, like, sitcom. It actually had some fantasy elements to it. Rise of the Triad. I played that back when it came out, although I did not play the full version until many years later. I just had the shareware version. As we can see, Addy himself was very hollow, just like in real life. Give me all the treasure! Bunch of gold. Save. Alright. How long have I been going? An hour and 10 minutes? Holy crap! Time flies when you're having fun. And yeah, it's a good question. I don't know why that's blue. Maybe there's like some historical thing to that I don't know about. Or maybe, you know, the people decorating this part of the castle just got bored with the traditional red background. I do not know. I do not know how these flags work. Come on, come on, come on! Now I'm not really finding any secrets. I really do like this music, though. It's funky. Quite funky indeed. So yeah, of all the guilty pleasures, Sabrina the Teenage Witch remains the guiltiest of ones, and it's one that I kind of forget now and again. Just because I haven't thought about that show in many a year. Now, one other show that I kind of like that you wouldn't think that I, of all people, would like is Boston Legal. That was a show that even when it was on the air, no one really knew about. It was a little legal drama with the guy who played Daniel Jackson in the movie Stargate and the Shat. It was really good. It definitely got a little SJW-y at times, but nothing like to the scale of today. And sometimes it was just sometimes there'd be parts of the show that you just would kind of have to ignore because you got to remember where these shows are made. But I really enjoyed that show a lot. It only lasted 5 seasons, but it was most enjoyable indeed. And then, like, the only other, like, non-sci-fi, non-action or horror show that I liked was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because Will Smith can act and is generally a funny guy. Crap. One thing that is kind of funny is recently doing all these mod reviews, it seems like every time I do a mod review, by the time I get the review out, what ends up happening is another Wilhelm is what ends up happening is they'll patch it, and any of the things I complain about, they've already fixed. It's like, stop working so diligently, goddammit! I can't keep up. Just can't do it. Just one man, I'm not a bloody review machine. I really like this fucking music. It is absolutely brilliant. Let me save again. Okay, let me see how the Discord chat is doing. Is still live at modding. Run, think, shoot, live. I suppose I should take a look at some of those mods one day. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's keep on going. I might actually cut the live stream a bit short, because I was actually feeling kind of crappy today. I feel a little better now, but I don't want to overtax myself. Because sometimes if I go a little too long, I'll end up feeling sick afterwards. Because it does take a lot of effort to do these things. It might not look like it. Shit. Bullshit. I didn't have enough chance. Didn't have enough time to fucking react. Alright, let's see if we can get any more. I think I'll, like, finish this level and maybe one other. Just have to see. I've enjoyed this mod immensely. I actually kept myself from playing it so that I could play it on the live stream. So it'd be kind of a more blind playthrough than usual. You see now, shit. How are you supposed to shoot in that amount of time? I don't have fucking Spartan reflexes. So yeah, I kept myself from playing it, but now I don't have to, which means I can finally finish this. Okay, how hurt am I? Let me see here. 7%, okay, but still, I should be able to shoot the guy before he shoots me. He shouldn't be able... I'm literally gonna save right before I discharge it. That way I don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. That's one of my big problems with Halo, is drink the blood. Let's see, can he eat the flesh chunks? No, but he can eat some meat. BJ does indeed like his meat and his blood. So BJ is a vampire. A vampire! The BJ fear. I could have swore you... That's the thing, I never could get him to drink any of the blood in Brutal Wolfenstein, so I guess you have to be really, really hurt for that to work. But I did remember that from back in the day when I first played Wolfenstein. I thought you could just do it at any time. I guess you just have to really be desperate to actually drink floor blood. Blood for the blood god. Aha! Is that a secret? Oh, it is! Let's see here. But speaking of blood for the blood god, eventually there needs to be, if it ever could be done, and I bet it won't be, there needs to be a Warhammer 40k film. I think there is a significant number of people that if they just knew 40k existed, would like it. Because I told somebody who is not even a big wargaming fan about 40k, just kind of started to explain it, and they thought it was awesome. Like, I started by showing them some pictures of bloodthirsters of corn. I think that if more people knew about it, they'd like it. Now, what GW is doing, trying to appeal to the masses, isn't working. You should never want to appeal to the masses, because most of the masses aren't going to care, but the people that like things like 40k will care if they just knew it existed, they just know it's out there. Because it's not like 40k really has that good of marketing. You know, like, it has some video games, but that's about it. It's like that one movie no one cared about. I have not modded Return to Castle Wolfenstein in a while, but from what I recall, all you should have to do is just pop the mod folder into the main folder, and just go into the game and click on mods. I remember it being really easy. I don't remember even having to really look up a tutorial for it. And I have reviewed a couple mods for Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Reviewed the HD mod for that upgrades the weapon models and textures, and I've reviewed the remake of Wolfenstein Level 1 in that. And those are easy to get to work. And that is weird. What is it doing? Is it just not launching, or is it crashing, or what? Oh, come on, he shouldn't have been able to hit me. I was behind a wall. Alright, let's see here. Grab the shit. Up in here. Ah, crap. Crap. Alright, one moment. Let's finish searching here. Oh god, don't confuse me. I don't know which fucking elevator to go through. Alright, so we're going to join the Discord voice chat, as we often do. It appears that only Shadowstorm is available, but Shadowstorm is always good for a laugh. So what is going on, Lord Shadowstorm? Or I guess nothing. Oh, I see how it is. Can you give me the old silent treatment, eh? I assume he's away from his computer, but oh well. Isn't he going to be in for a surprise? Alright, so he made it to floor 6. He must really like Bloody Tears, because here it is again. I don't know him personally, but I do like Led Zeppelin. Not as much as some other bands, though.
No, General, I'm here. Hold on.
Alright, very good.
I was watching a movie on my computer, and but my computer won't recognize literally any microphone I have, so I have to move over to my phone.
No.
Crap! No.
What movie?
Episode 3.
Episode 3? Well, at least it's not Force Awakens. I actually read the book before the movie even came out. So.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah. A lot better, actually.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. And hello, Gerard Smith. And I'm glad you like the videos. You know, I thought RC was hot in the original Transformers the movie, but that movie was actually pretty crap after the first 20 minutes. And Led Zeppelin isn't a bad band. I just never really got into that band altogether that much. I only have like one of their CDs. I'm not sure which one it is at the moment. It's the one that has the song with the lyric, "And the mountains washed away." I don't know which song that is, and I don't know which CD that is.
I could probably look it up real quick.
But the glory of the Googles. The Googles.
Was it Led Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
The mountains washed away. For the longest time, I was a big fan of Ozzy. That was one of the first heavy metal CDs I ever bought, was the Essential Ozzy. But these days... Wait, what?
Oh, it showed up, but then it disappeared.
Oh. The machine god is displeased.
The Ocean. Led Zeppelin, The Ocean.
Okay, The Ocean. Okay, you know what's really funny? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. I'm actually talking to the chat. You're not the first person I've met from Croatia. I'm actually only 29. Gonna be 30 next year. You're the third person I've met from Croatia.
Maybe it's the same person.
I don't know, it could be. Maybe. But it's just kind of funny that I've met that many people from that one country. And yeah, Randy Rhoads is pretty awesome. I have a CD. I have a bunch of Ozzy CDs. Let me put it this way. He was like my favorite musician when I was a teenager. Now, I'm less a fan. Not because of anything he did or didn't do, but because I kind of became a music snob a little bit. To the point where I'm a much bigger fan of Ronnie James Dio's work. So, yeah. Okay, I can barely hear you over the game. But the game is quiet, but it's not quiet to me, so you're gonna have to speak up just a little bit.
Okay, I mean, like, how much do you want me to speak up?
It's not too bad. Because this is a game where it's literally blaring Bloody Tears in my ears. Hey, that rhymes! Listen to Crush 40. No, I have not. And sitting in the sunshine, laughing in the... I think I've recognized that lyric. It's just, I never really got into them. I don't really know why either.
I literally have two headsets on right now.
Yep. How'd you manage that? Unless you grew 2 extra ears.
Well, I mean, I have one around my neck right now, and then I have my one I'm about to plug into my phone right here.
I have a right.
Alright, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
The first time I plugged it in, I couldn't hear anything. I just realized the volume was all the way down.
Yep. That'll be a problem. And we have Mr. Theta. Yeah. Now, here's a question for you, Mr. Theta. Since you happen to be a member of a certain community, do you have magical powers?
I certainly do.
What?
I don't know about you, Vulcan.
What community? What magic powers?
You know what I'm talking about. Certain people with certain abilities. Magical abilities. They happen to partake in Sonic the Hedgehog and Minecraft. That community.
Oh, you mean the autistic community?
Yes. Do you have the power to translate languages at a glance?
Oh, I don't have that power. Never mind.
That's, well, you see, my clan has different abilities and different IQ levels. Well, short answer is no. Long answer is, well, it's a spectrum.
Oh, so because in the Predator, the kid literally has the magical power to translate the Predator's language, and it's like they say it's because he's autistic.
Ah, don't spoil anything. I'm gonna be seeing it tomorrow.
That's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
I didn't see the trailers.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna spoil anything else there, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
Because the only part I saw was when I thought that the Predator literally was talking to the other Predator.
I'm not gonna confirm or deny it.
Okay, good.
I plead the fifth, as Dave Chappelle once said before he became crazy.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
But
I'll pity the fool who plead the fifth.
There's so many jokes I could make about that, though, about the Predator, because there's one kind of silly thing in it, but I don't want to spoil that. Immigrant Song was in Thor Ragnarok. Oh man, I gotta watch that movie now. I've been meaning to watch it because I love that song.
I have it. What song was it?
Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. Yeah, Led Zeppelin, right?
Yeah.
No, it's by your mom.
You know, but you realize that if his mother did make that song, he would be vastly more wealthy than he already is. Because you realize...
Yeah, I would be a California communist kid if that were the case.
You don't want to go to California, trust me.
Well...
Have you seen how much of a crap hole it's been turning into?
It's not only a dumpster fire, but it's also a breeding ground of a certain political ideology.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but I mean, there's a lot of homeless people, there's a lot of drug
yeah,
abuse.
Exactly.
There's like a crap ton of needles like everywhere.
Well,
yeah.
When I went, because I've been to Communist-fornia, that's actually where I met my wife, believe it or not.
I was there a long time ago.
But
who knows, maybe I passed you on the street.
I don't know if it was around 2012, but then, I'll be honest, I did not leave that room because I was busy doing various activities.
Oh. I
so,
bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. But...
So, yeah. But that was in
probably not.
That was in
San Francisco?
No, Sacramento, which is apparently not too bad.
Oh. Yeah, I think I was there.
San Francisco is where you do not want to be.
Yeah, the streets are paved with shit. I'm not even joking.
Basically.
Is it paved with actual literal shit in the sense if it's recycled tarmac or something?
No,
recycled...
like people literally.
No, I mean,
they shit in the streets. I'm not even joking.
Oh, so literal White Castle. White Castle. White Castle, I think it was like a section of London or something, or somewhere in the UK. That's where I think the Jack the Ripper killings took place.
Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, I was actually I actually listened to a 5-part series on Jack the Ripper.
Really? Really?
I'll admit something. When I did my review of Duke Nukem Time to Kill, I pronounced it Jack the Reaper by accident, and nobody noticed.
Nobody noticed.
Don't fear
just
the
on
reaper.
topic.
God damn it!
When I mentioned you saying vlog instead of vlog, I actually posted a comment like a minute later saying Markiplier used to pronounce it like that back in his really old videos because he did like stat videos. He would go into the stats and talk about them, and he said vlog. I was like, ugh.
Vlog. We pronounce it V-log.
V-log.
We're a hearty people of vlogs.
I don't know if I don't know if people would watch vlog. I almost said there. Vlog. If I posted it.
You shall be converted. And Gerard Smith, I don't remember what this is. It just comes with, leaving so soon, child? The night is still young. That's kind of creepy.
Somebody left?
No. That was something when you tried to exit the game. That was kind of creepy. But, I don't know if this is EC Wolf or not. It just comes in the zip file. Let's see. And
It's gonna be... Go, sorry.
I'm just reading through the chat here. And my first PC was a Compact Desk Pro. I don't know anything else about it. Yeah.
I still have my first PC. It's literally like 3 feet under my new one. The tempered glass has some fingerprints on it. I gotta wipe that off. Those are bothering me.
And I have no idea why California shirts are so popular. And Call of Duty Open Beta, not really. I don't really care that much about Call of Duty anymore.
Black Ops 4 beta is basically just Black Ops 3.
It's like Black Ops 3, only not as good. And with more microtransactions.
Basically. Oh, EA, I was looking, I know EA, controversial topic, but I was looking on their website. They have 2 Star Wars games in development. One by Respawn Entertainment, which made Titanfall 2 called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I'm actually, that one actually tickled my fancy there. And then there's another one called Star Wars Rise to Power.
Don't get your hopes up too much, though, because they can...
No, I won't.
They can easily just be some really crappy, mobile-based games.
Oh, there are a bunch of mobile-based games that I tried and then I got rid of. This is stupid. Except for, Old Republic. Or Knights of the Old Republic. Because that was on mobile.
Really? Damn.
Yep.
That's not really a mobile game, though. That's a real game.
Yeah. It's like 6 or 7 gigabytes, so it took up most of my memory on my old iPhone, which only had like 16 gigs, which this one has 128, so I don't have any problems.
A flat screen monitor, 40 inches wide. I actually have a fairly cheap phone just because I don't really care that much.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I wanted the iPhone 6 is because of the design. I know that's another heretic way of heretic thing to say about technology, but
well, see, though, you're already heretical by getting an iPhone and not sticking with Android. But you know, I'll let it pass.
I did have an Android.
I'll let it pass for now. I'm feeling merciful.
I did prefer my Android in the fact that I could use emulators on it because I had a Nintendo 64 emulator and played and beat oh, you know that game I always talk about.
Shadows of the Empire?
With Dash Rendar. Yeah, Shadows of the Empire. I beat Shadows of the Empire on 2 high difficulty on there. I was like, that was so difficult, but yet it feels so good to beat it.
Yeah, it was not an easy prospect. And, see you, Lorenzo. And yes, Jared Smith, I do remember Shadows of the Empire. I got it back when it came out. And that's actually one that I remember quite fondly. Because, see, I had to save up my little pittance of... Because back then I was still a kid. So I would get, like, some money from my grandparents and my mother. So it'd be like, you know, it was a tiny pittance, you know, like 10, 20 bucks here and there. And so I saved, I think it was like 2 or 3 months to buy Shadows of the Empire. Because, see, that was one of the things. They taught me... They didn't buy me everything I wanted. It's like, well, you know, you'll have to save your money to buy it if you want it. And that taught me a lot of good responsibility. And so I had to save up to buy Shadows of the Empire, and it was so sweet. Finally buying that, going to the game shop that is now literally a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, really?
Picking up Shadows of the Empire, and I couldn't play it until I got home.
No?
I couldn't play it until I got home. And of course, that same day, my grandmother and I went to some relative's house to talk to him for an interminable amount of time. And then finally, I got to put in Shadows of the Empire. And it was good. It was really good. I loved every second of it.
Oh. I was gonna say, you know how on Etsy they have like these custom Nintendo 64 cases for the games?
Yeah.
Well, I was just looking for Shadows of the Empire, and I found one for only $5, and then there's Gauntlet Legends for $5. I'm like, oh, I gotta buy it. And then they have the original box too. I'm like, oh, I have to get that one too.
So you're on Etsy again?
Hey, at least he's not looking up dragon anuses.
Oh boy.
I still have that tab open.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
just 'cause I thought it would be funny to mention it on the stream.
someone has a question. This Susek guy, Chromesteller Susek, NVIDIA or Radeon, and
Oh, I can't get it.
like as in like graphics cards or just companies.
Who's he asking?
I
And
started.
also Radeon's AMD also. Keep in mind.
I started out with an NVIDIA graphics card. That was the very first iteration of the first gaming computer had a NVIDIA card in it. I then upgraded to a Radeon card, and I've stuck with Radeon ever since. So since 2010, I've been using Radeon, but before that, it was all NVIDIA all the time. And
This is heresy.
I've been an AMD kid for like ever, basically.
I've never had anything AMD, so I've always stuck with NVIDIA.
they're cheaper, and when you gotta budget yourself well, you know, like you get what works and what's affordable.
What works, what's affordable, and yeah.
Oh, I wonder what the chat would say if I told them that I regret getting my Nintendo Switch.
But
And you can donate it to the channel.
The only reason that you said that you read buying your Nintendo Switch is because of Vertner.
Oh, well, it didn't come with it.
Wow.
Let's see, I'm gonna look at the chat right now, see if they say anything about it.
Let's see.
Of course not.
Rogue Squadron for N64. I own that, actually. I owned it back in the day, but okay, what's funny is I never rented Shadows of the Empire, but I did rent Rogue Squadron a shitload of times, and I finally got it when they were surplusing, like their military rifles. When they were selling it, when Blockbuster was selling off their N64 games, when the N64 wasn't popular anymore, I got Rogue Squadron finally, with the unlocked Naboo Starfighter, and Star Wars Naboo Starfighter as well. I think they're like $5 a piece too. Episode 1 Racer. Yeah, there's kind of a funny story behind that one.
I have that one too.
When I was at Target, that still exists, thankfully. It hasn't been turned into a goddamn gym yet. I was looking at the different games there. I was still a kid, of course. And I wanted to get Empire Strikes Back for the Game Boy, but my grandfather was like, we can come back next week and get Episode 1 Racer, a real game. So I was like, okay, I wasn't going to complain with that.
So your grandfather himself basically said, hey, let's get a real game.
Yeah.
Like, he literally said those words.
Well, he either said real game or good game. I don't know which. One or the other.
It could have been either.
How old was he at that time?
Well, he's 78 now. This was back whenever Episode 1 Racer came out, so late 50s? Or no, yeah, mid-50s, something like that?
Who goes there?
I see a bunch of plebs. Oh.
Yeah, it's
pleb.
Oh yeah, it's the true pleb, aka Mario.
God.
Mario was in the chat earlier.
Psycho.
I was?
Sideshow.
Duh.
Not in this one, I'm talking about the other one.
Missile
Yeah, I
know.
know.
Yeah, fuck
Shut
those
up.
things.
Don't act like I'm stupid, okay?
RX-480 is good.
I know. Only I'm allowed to acknowledge that, okay?
Let General speak.
No, I'm just addressing the chat. RX480 is good. I'm glad I got it, but it does not like OpenGL. I cannot play Wolfenstein New Order. It crashes every time. And yeah, fuck those missile turrets. I don't own any current consoles like the PS4 or the Bone or the Switch, but I still have my Xbox.
Of course, you mentioned the Switch.
Still have my.
Oh, you have the Star Wars one.
Yep, still got that. PS3 doesn't work, sadly. Blu-ray laser broke.
Ooh.
Your Blu-ray Laserdisc broke?
Yeah. But no, the Blu-ray laser in the PS3 broke.
You heard what I said, right?
It can't read.
Oh, the laser disc.
It can't read any disc, or
It can read PS2 discs and PS1 discs, but not PS3 discs. It's weird.
listen. That's all you'll ever need, John. PS2 and PS1, you basically have games for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but I can just emulate those, so there's literally no point.
Well, yeah,
True.
PlayStation. There are more PlayStation 2 games than there are Xbox One
Fact.
or PlayStation 4 games out there.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that, like, I feel like a good chunk of those are shovelware, so keep that in
Guys.
mind.
EA is suing Belgium.
What for?
Oh, wait.
Apparently, they're trying to justify keeping the loot boxes in freaking FIFA 19.
They would.
FIFA.
Apparently, I think it was Poland or Finland. Their authorities are trying to get in and try and defend Belgium's decision.
Good God.
So, okay. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this for a second.
There's plenty of articles and videos around. You can just like look it up, like EA sues Belgian government or something.
I think I heard
Okay.
about that.
Okay, like, if you're a company trying to sue a certain country, like, do you have to, like, okay.
Sue everybody at once, or what?
Listen,
No.
listen,
Let me-
EA. American laws don't apply to Belgium. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, but you know what's funny about that?
What's that?
In one of my title cards, I literally have EA Nazis. I literally have these guys in Nazi uniforms with, instead of the swastika, it's EA. So literally, they become EA Nazis. They're invading Belgium in the name of loot boxes.
Oh, man. But,
EA is the Fourth Reich.
Yes.
I
And
need-
so Jared Smith, you worked at a Hollywood Video. I'm a big fan of Hollywood Video. I used to go there all the time as a kid.
There used to be one near my house.
Same here.
now, here's my question about, like, the whole EA and, Belgium situation. Like,
Sports, it's in the game.
like, does EA have to bring this up with, like, the Belgium Supreme Court, if it even has one?
I don't know, honestly.
Like, how does that work? How does, like, a company from America sue a country? That's what I'm trying to get my
That's
mind around.
That's what I was trying to wrap my mind around too when I found out PUBG was trying to sue Epic Games, like the
I heard
Korean,
about that.
But that's company
in South
versus
Korea.
But there's a difference between suing a company against another company
Yes,
and a
there was
company
suing a
against
country.
country.
Yes, but there,
There's a
but there was-
difference.
yes, but they were trying to use the South Korean court system for that.
Oh my god, that's just...
PUBG Core eventually dropped the suit because it was a knee-jerk reaction to like Fortnite gaining traction, but
Yeah.
it really hurt them.
Yeah, it hurt, like, I'm pretty sure, like, a shitload of publicity on their end. Like, it hurts them a lot.
You know what's ironic too? Speaking of that, the day that the Black Ops 4 Blackout beta drop was the first time in months that PUBG's player count dropped below 1 million. That same day that happened.
Oh. You know it's bad then if basically your population just drops by 1 million for Call of Duty.
Yeah, it dropped below 1 million for the first time in like the max player count of the day or whatever. It dropped below 1 million for the first time in months. The day that Blackout Battle Royale mode for Black Ops 4 when beta came in.
That's insane.
Ooh,
I bet
I know what
yep.
I'm buying next on Etsy.
I bet they were scared.
What is it?
Cyberpunk status? Yeah, I'd agree with that, Bong264. A bank. The
Yeah,
one that I
plus,
used to go to was a cell phone store. When I was living in Utah, right across the street from my apartment was a Hollywood Video and Game Crazy. I thought they had all shut down, but evidently not.
Oh yeah, it had Game Crazy as well. That's where I got my DSM.
Nice.
Who unironically likes Space Jam?
I liked it back when I was a kid. That's another guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Another guilty pleasure.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
The pleasure makes me guilty.
And see you.
Come on,
Sleep well.
Slam, and
I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, sir. KS. I'll just call you Kuss. Kuss. There we go.
How is it spelled?
I'm not even going to try to spell that. S-U-I... I think that's an I. I can't tell.
Suicune?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Crap. Why do they gotta spawn, like, the Nazi equivalent to the Cyber Demon, like, right... That's not the Cyber Diamond. Cyber Diamond?
Cyber Diamond.
Baron of Hell. It's Von Hell. Baron Von Hellenstein.
Windows Task Manager not responding. Ironic, he could save others from death, but not himself.
Star Wars quote.
That's always like task manager not responding is wow. That just means catastrophe is happening.
That was happening on my laptop.
No, it's like your program is not responding, so you try to close the thing so it can close the program forcefully.
But it doesn't work.
The thing that says like so and so is not responding is not responding.
You know, in the event of that happening, there should be a like a key combination that will automatically end task.
Okay.
It's called Alt F4.
Oh, it's not all
Not F4, it's just the power button.
It's called unplugging it and plugging it back in.
It's called deleting system 32. Let's get real, guys.
No. It's called
That's an extreme solution.
It's called squirt mustard onto your internet router.
That works
What does
too.
that do? What would that do?
Oh, and pour milk on it too.
Okay, must. Ugh. Oh yuck! I can.
Oh, this
I
is
can
funky
almost
too.
taste it.
It's called go to downloadfreeram.com.
Ew.
Anybody who actually believes that is a pleb beyond
Stupid,
pleasantness.
yeah.
Well, you know, for me, I find that kind of sad though, because you know, there's like somebody who's like, you know, in their 50s, they've never used a computer before. It's like you could just download it for free, and they're so fucked, and they don't know that they're fucked. So it's kind of
Your
sad.
granddad is like that. I feel bad for you, John.
No, it's not that bad yet.
Okay, good. Yet?
But it's like, you know, I'm just thinking of like some housewife. Wait, no, wait, that's sexist. Some woman. Oh, wait, that's even more sexist. Some non-binary individual. There we go.
John.
God, don't even go there.
Don't conform, okay, John?
But Google will come and kill me.
If he conforms, we must kill him.
But
Yeah, John, if you conform, we're gonna actually have to kill you, though. So.
no, that'd take a lot of time and effort. You'd have to find me.
Well, I
What if
know
we
you
already
live in
know you're
Houston,
at?
okay? I'm already in Texas, so that's a good first step. I already live in Texas.
I
I
could
have to
li-
buy a plane ticket.
You're gonna have a southern.
I can just fucking freaking AC 130 over Houston, okay?
That'd be kind
No,
of cool.
no. Mario, what you have to do with John is a standoff. Just go at high noon.
I told him though I wanted to 1v1 him with USS Lexington.
I thought you were there. It's like I read that as like at the USS Lexington. It was like, okay, you must be like just watching the stream there. It's like,
Yeah.
No.
okay.
Like,
quick
no,
draw.
I want to 1v1 you with the USS Lexington.
Yeah, you use a turret on the Lexington while he uses one of his pistols.
No,
That'd be,
both-
that'd be totally unfair.
Crap.
No.
No, we just bring like Claymore swords there.
no. Colt peacemakers, revolvers,
Oh my God.
Texan showdown. Go, do it.
Turn around, take 6 steps away from each other.
You
Exactly.
just use a stick of dynamite, whichever one blows up first.
The 90s,
wins or loses.
the 90s were a furry factory. Yes, they were.
Wait, the 90s was a furry factory?
Yeah.
Freaking
Oh, I get
little
it.
mascot things like Spyro, Crash, you know.
Well, they had Monsters Inc. too. A lot of those were furry creatures.
That was in
Cool.
2002, you idiot.
Well, I'd like to
Oh,
say
was-
that I make good money, but I don't. My job is not particularly flashy or good. Well, actually, no, it's good because it makes money. I just know how to spend my money very well. Let me put it that way. So
I need help with that.
You actually save up money. That's shocking.
yes.
Oh my god, that's a life skill that no one seems to know anymore.
For me, you know, I don't make that much. I don't make a lot of money. Let's put it that way. Mainly,
We won't ask.
I did have a much better job back in the day, but then I had a divorce, and that kind of messed up some things. So the job I have today is much less than that one was. But I just know how to save up my money well. I know not to, you know, eat out every day. I don't, you know, drink, so that saves a lot of money. You know, and I
How
generally,
often do you eat that pizza of yours?
oh, you know, once or twice a week, depending on how much time I have.
Man, that's way too much. Like, man, that's a lot of pizza. at
Yeah,
least
but
to
it
me.
lasts like, because like with that pizza, I can get not just a dinner, but I can get a lunch the next 2 days, and that's what I'll do. Saves a lot
I
of money.
remember I actually watched it a few days ago because I have like a cooking playlist, like my favorite cooking videos that I have on YouTube, and it was cycling over to that video, like,
Crap. Go on.
and I was looking at because the pizza actually looked pretty thick. I thought it was all the cheese that you put on there, but no, it was how much the bread rose.
That pizza thick AF.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but
It's
it'll
so thick.
keep you full, and you won't have to eat that much of it. So it's one of those things. Space Jam. Well, everyone seemed to want to bone Lola. I don't know why people thought Lola Bunny was hot. Seriously?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, John.
And welcome
you are
back, Crow.
So pure.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
I gotta finish reading the chat real quick.
Okay.
Financially irresponsible 35-year-old. It's up. The thing is, growing up, I was taught to save my money and spend it wisely. That's why, like, back when I first turned 18, I wanted to get some guns, right? Because I was 18. So instead of going out and buying a brand new AK-47, which I could have done, I instead saved my money and bought an SKS and a Mosin. For the price of those two guns, I could have bought one AK. And also I had plenty of money left over to fix my car. Because I wasn't just given a car. A lot of people were given cars.
I was.
I
but
was
I still have to
given-
pay for it.
Well, at least that's something. But most people just given it, you know, just sight unseen. Whereas for me, I was given a car, but it didn't work. I had to pay to get it fixed. You know, that
What do you
way.
mean it didn't work?
Well, it didn't work. The fuel injection system was broken. But it's like, here's this
So
car.
they gave you a broken car?
Yeah, the idea behind it was, here's this fully functioning car, but you got to get it fit. Well, it functioned in every way but that way. So you got to get it fixed. So you got to save up the money. You got to learn the responsibility of saving up for this thing, and then you'll have the car. The car was worth a lot more than the repair. Let me put it that way. So I got it fixed, and I had a car that lasted literally 7 years, and it was still working when I finally had to get rid of it.
Huh.
So yeah. And it was just something that, it was a way to teach me even more financial responsibility. So, yeah. And I'm going to mention the gun saving thing in one of the videos next month. The Mosin video, actually, because it's like, yeah, I could have spent a lot of money on guns, but I'll find the guns that are the least expensive but the highest quality. You can't do that much anymore, sadly. All the surplus is really dried up. The best surplus gun to get right now is the Star BM. That is an epic 1911, and it's cheaper than pretty much any other 1911 out there. And, you know, I could have got an expensive 1911, but I got that one, and it's a 1911. Shoots 9mm, that's cheap, you know. And I'm able to have that, and I have money for other things as well. You know, you don't have to have a lot of money to live well, and that's the thing. I live very well because I know how to spend what I have. You know, that's why you don't ever see me going out to eat except on a rare occasion. I'll just make the food myself and stuff like that. And I certainly don't spend $5 on coffee every day either. Like, that shit adds up.
No.
It's kind of like for lunch. Most of the time for lunch, it's literally just the same slop. I like to call it slop, even though it's not that bad. Peanut butter and jelly. That's it, every day. It's like, what? Less than $1, you know? It's less than $1. It's filling, doesn't taste too bad. And there you go. That adds up. It all adds up. People I know always talking about how they're broke. It's like, you know, if you didn't, you know, go out drinking every night, if you didn't get lunch every day, and that's also why I'm so healthy. It's because they go out, they get like a Big Mac or a fucking Whopper or Whataburger. You know, it's like that's why they never have any money. Whereas for me, I'm just sitting over there, I'm just laughing. I got my bottle of water and
salad.
TB&J.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Your own lettuce that you've grown in your garden.
I'd like to do that. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
You know, it was kind of funny because I wouldn't, not necessarily funny, but during the summer, my cousins, or my one set of cousins and aunt and uncle were growing fruit and vegetables in their backyard. My grandparents, both sets, were both growing also vegetables and fruit in their backyard, and we were growing fruits and vegetables in our backyard. And I was like, we could have our own small farmer's market, for God's sake.
Nice. Well, I mean, if society ever falls, you're not going to be starving to death, that's for sure.
No.
We will go to Shadow's house for food. He has to food.
By hell you will.
We will start a coup d'etat.
He's
You gotta pay a fee to get in.
got like a
house.
freaking, what's it called? Like a
Blood. Drink the blood.
Pantry.
not a pantry. Shut up.
He literally
Probably
just
do have a pantry.
He literally
Actually, we do
just
have a
ate and
pantry.
drank a
It's got like a-
corpse. But go on.
Go ahead.
Botanic garden or some crap of food, like in his basement or some crap. Like with a bunch of plants being grown for food. That he's just hiding from everyone.
There you go.
Could be the special plants, the fun ones. You know what I'm talking
We don't
about.
have those. We don't have those, sadly.
Sure you don't. Nod, nod. Wink, wink. Bro, you got some with Reed, bro. Like I need.
I was gonna add something extra, but never mind. It's probably better that I don't.
Where the hell is the door? Oh, yeah.
It's below you. You must look down.
Diamond Bolt. I don't think I'm actually going to get into that, just because the Transformers I'm going to review come from the ones that I've actually watched. I was going to
Diamond
do...
Bolt's a YouTuber.
Oh, it's not a Transformer. Oh, Diamond Bolt sounds like a Transformer, doesn't it?
It might be.
It's
All I
like...
know is that it's a YouTuber.
Okay, well then that's a lot easier. It's like Diamond Bolt. Who the hell? Which Transformer is that? Is that from like fucking Prime? Because I haven't seen Prime.
No.
It's like Diamond Bolt. He transforms into.
Testicles.
Could do that. No, I don't.
To be honest, like when I just heard the word Diamond Bolt, I was like, hey, that could actually be like a plane or something, like a fighter jet, just like Starscream for whatever reason.
That sounds like a plane the Diamonds would use in Steven Universe.
Oh god, not the autistic. I mean, never mind.
Well,
I like that show. Come on, man.
connotations aside, of course.
Okay, so you if you go to the chat, you cannot tell me that Lola is not hot, but based on these pictures.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the dealio with Lola.
And then-
That's the
and
thing.
And then the third one isn't Lola. It's just a funny picture, if you ask me.
Let's see.
Vulcan,
Jared
you would not
Smith
understand.
says-
You are not old enough.
Jared Smith says, I miss firing guns. He was in the Marine Corps from 2001 to 2003, but not in combat. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to train with all those various guns. Like, did you guys have like M16A3s? Because I think that's what y'all would have been using around that time, if I'm not mistaken.
What's this whole thing I hear about, like, where apparently Switzerland requires you to own a gun or some crap?
Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, of
Isn't there, like,
course.
I've heard, like, about it, but isn't there, like, some stipulation behind it? Like,
Operation Diamond Bolt. I'll say it. And the stream has devolved into furry degeneracy.
Oh no.
And they trained with the A2. Okay.
None of
You
us
see-
are furries, all right.
All I actually have is a M forgery. But I've always kind of liked the classic ARs, though. Not enough to buy one, but god damn it, got killed by a fucking robot. Robot.
Robot.
Rage said, when I posted those pictures. I
Well,
said contact. I said context, Rage. Context.
come on, come on. Why does the robot have hair?
Reasons.
Robot has hair.
Yeah. I never really got the whole furry concept, though, just because It's like, I don't like women to be that, well, hairy. I mean, some hair isn't bad, but that's just taking it to a ridiculous extreme.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Hagrid, I'm just Harry. Well, just Harry. You're a wizard. No, Hagrid, I'm just Harry.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about, though, don't you?
Vaguely. I didn't like Harry Potter that much back when it first came out, much less now.
Well, it wasn't from Harry Potter. It was actually a parody video that they made from Gary's Mod back in like the early 2000s.
No. Come on. Down to 6 rounds. I'll have to use
You're
my
a wizard, Harry.
Maul Ninja Katana. I just keep drinking blood. Like now, BJ is literally, he drank some more.
Oh, it's from 6 years ago.
Stop drinking blood. It's bad for you.
BJ is literally becoming a vampire as we speak.
Those nose.
Yeah, I heard they're on the A4. What's kind of... I actually was talking to Regnick or Rainick, however you pronounce that, about that. And apparently the thin barrel on that thing, if you shoot it up, if you shoot full auto too much, it can actually warp the barrel. That's never good. And I just got shot in the back. Okay, so BJ in this game is kind of a Maul Ninja in some instances because he's got a katana. But he doesn't have a trench coat. So that's good. He actually has some. Okay, come on. Grab the fucking ammo! Shit.
No, just Harry. You're a wizard.
I never was just that big. I never was a big fan of that book series.
Listen here. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was alive when it first came out. God damn it!
Okay, here's what. Listen here, you Hagrid, you fat oaf. I am not a wizard.
You wanna grab it? Oh shit! Come on, I'll fucking cut him.
Here, can you hear this?
Barely.
Well, don't like.
I'll just have to watch it after the video or after the stream.
Just watch it after the stream.
Can I grab it?
I'm literally wearing 2 headsets right now. I'll take a picture of it, put it in the chat.
He's got 4 ears.
Yep, I have 4 ears. I'm like a Vulcan, except for I have 2 more ears. Oh, my hair, God.
Okay, I'll read the chat in just a second while I not die. I speak English good, by the way. Crap!
No, you died.
Shit! Motherfucker. A3 was basically a follower version of M16. A2 had... Oh, the A2 had the 3-shot burst. Yeah, I'm not surprised you guys weren't allowed to use that 3-shot burst. That thing... I can't imagine that was particularly useful. We're going?
It's a family show.
It's a family-friendly Christian Minecraft server. No hex, no fricks, no double-decker dicks.
Fuck!
See, what I find funny about that is like, okay...
Go on.
After the Predator comes out, there's probably going to be a lot of Predators showing up.
Oh my god, he's here.
I will say no more.
He's here.
Who's he?
Rage, I don't know.
Who's who? Vulcan.
Oh, it's Rain. It's Rainek.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Oh,
Come on.
I'm here too now.
I can't hear him.
Hey, we got the whole group here now.
His mic's constantly transmitting.
Okay.
Speak up, Rain.
let's. No.
Just
Mario.
everybody shut up, alright?
No, hey, I'm just trying to give a tip. All right.
You
Mario.
don't have a tip.
Yes, I have. Anyway. All right. Right-click on Rain's name. All right, Mario, and there should be like a user volume
Crap.
slide. Turn that
No,
up
I
to max.
I have him at the max. He's not talking. Wait a
Stab
minute.
him.
Discord might have killed itself. Hang on.
He's talking, I can see it clearly.
I can't hear it either.
Never mind. I can't hear him.
Really?
It's constantly transmitting.
No, it could just be dead.
I can hear him better now.
Oh wait. Rain. Okay, everyone shut up. Rain, say a sentence.
A sentence?
Yep,
Yeah.
there we go. I hear it.
There we
That's what
go.
Fred says.
It's my
wait, it
stream,
hasn't-
goddammit! I can talk if I want to.
Shut
Hey.
up, John.
Fuck you.
Remember, we're just guessing.
I'll call the YouTube, shit!
You call the YouTube shit?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Those guys too.
Yeah, just look at the average comment section. You're definitely not wrong.
Hey,
Exactly.
Rig. Or Rain. That's what my attempt at trying to wear 2 headsets.
Hey.
Hey, Dylan Ring Productions
Yeah,
just got
also
back
that's
from the Predator. He liked it. And I think the Predator's better than Predator 2 because the Predator actually tries to do something different.
Don't say anything.
John,
What?
hi.
You didn't expect me to say that.
Tell my wife
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So I just had to say something.
Well, hello. God damn it! Why did they even give you a sword if it's not
pretty
even...
extreme.
Same.
Language.
I've been trying to get through this one fucking hallway.
No double-decker dicks.
Who has a double-decker dick?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I just got a short
I must
controlled
get-
burst.
I must get surgery now. I will be back in a few hours.
They never pull back the charging head.
Healing for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is something that most games do get wrong. They can't seem to forget that the AR/M16 does have that charging handle. I'll tell you one thing that's really hilarious about that though. Okay, talking about, for some reason Firearms forum goers have like the intelligence of an artichoke. Because I swear,
Firearms what?
forum goers.
What?
Because, okay, now, the usual one that you normally hear is like, the reason why the M44 is so small is because Chinese people are smaller. Yes, somebody did say that.
They are smaller.
But
In many ways.
the stupidest thing I ever saw, even dumber than that, is the reason why... Now keep in mind, if you actually know the timelines of the AR development, you'll know how stupid this is. The reason why the charging handle is the way it is not because it's ambidextrous. Oh no. It's because the female soldiers were too weak to pull back the charging handle on the M14.
Really?
Whoa.
Well done.
Yeah, not even.
I swear I saw it.
I'm not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna touch that with like a 10-foot pole.
I have plenty of 10-foot poles, and I'm gonna touch that one right in the body places.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
hurt. How about I hurt you?
We're already at that part of the stream, eh?
It's not even midnight yet.
To
No,
pull
it's
back
not.
the charging handle on an M14 required 8.6 pounds.
Jeez.
You find me somebody who cannot pull 8.6 pounds, and I will show you someone who cannot lift an M14.
So,
Alright, time to go on that
what,
side of
you're-
that street again.
So what? So what? You're saying you can't pull back the charging handle on an M14?
Is that what you're saying, Rain?
Jared Smith, Battlefield Vietnam.
Rather bad situation because I've got it right behind me a Keltec RFB, and the charging handle weight on that is 10.3 pounds.
I don't even have a gun. All I have is airsoft guns. Even though my N1911 is pretty heavy.
Touche.
Airsoft gun.
Noob. No.
By the way, I don't think you saw this, John, but I said like last week, my dad got a shotgun, but it was like only a single barrel,
I told Rage to get in the chat.
and it's fully like, it's just fully mechanical. Not mechanical. It's like fully like there's like no. It's not like gas operating or anything. It's not springs, nothing.
So it's a single shot.
Yeah, it's just a Hatfield like single shot shotgun.
Hey, those can be good.
Yeah.
He got it mainly just for like home defense and stuff.
That'll work.
Granted, he has like a
A picture of Hot Lola.
I'll say this.
that's
Single
gay.
shot shotguns are actually really awesome for rabbit hunting.
But we don't have like freaking apartments or anything around. We live in this city. We're not city,
Speaking
we
of-
live in more suburban area. Shut up, Storm.
Speaking of which, where did you find that picture of 7 of 9? You know which one I'm talking about.
The entertaining
That
one.
one? Oh,
Actually, wait, hold on. The chat's I'm gonna lose some of the chat in a moment. Just let me respond real quick. Never played Battlefield Vietnam. Yeah, Battlefield Vietnam, the original one was good. I really quite enjoyed it. Let's see. And I do have rifles. In fact, I have a few reviews of some rifles up on the channel, and one is going up next week on the SKS. I was already a review of that, but this is another review of it. The SKS in 2018.
Oh, that's neat.
Lovely 686 take to the range every once in a while. You know, I don't know what that is. I probably do, but I don't recognize the numbers.
Less than 686.
Okay. Cannot load a 30-round magazine in an M16. It will. The Marines only allowed us to load 25. I think it's because you probably had some crappy magazines, though.
Yeah, they're using checkmark magazines and C products.
So, and it's like the mag pools. I never had any problem with that. But then the only thing I've ever used are the mag pools because I've been too cheap to buy any others.
Hex mags are good. They're about the same price, and Lancer, while a little more expensive, are freaking awesome.
Come on, Rage, really?
Oh god, what did he post?
Since John keeps...
What?
Keep for yourself. I don't feel like talking about it. It makes me feel...
Well...
Question is, Yacha or Gish?
Michael... Okay, so my question is, why is Jerry Ryan wearing this thing? It looks so stupid.
Because she's got style, and the Hish are hermaphrodites, so I'd rather stick with the one that actually has single genders. So
that's
so many SJW jokes, I think.
Hashtag me too.
Oh, fuck
God.
off.
I had to, I'm sorry.
Oh, not that picture.
Oh crap!
Wait, what? What picture? Okay, I'm not gonna look at that ever again.
One picture.
Apparently the Predator wants to get down in, did you see what it says on his wrist bracer?
How about you die? Like of a self
Give yourself a wedgie.
But
Give
I
yourself-
go commit.
Go commit die.
Go commit not breathing.
No.
Go.
No. If you're gonna go that far,
Go commit toaster bath.
if you gotta go that far, just say this. Go fillet a snake and die of suffocation poisoning.
Oh god, that's horrible.
Go commit.
Ew.
We were talking. Oh god, I hate
Go
that picture.
commit.
It scares
Go
the crap
commit.
out of me.
Go commit forever sleep.
Go commit not alive.
Harakiri.
This is wait. Oh yeah, Harakiri. They actually do that in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's something hilarious I read just yesterday off of TV Tropes. I don't think it's true. Evidently, the guy behind Resident Evil 4, whose name I can't remember at the moment, said he was going to commit Harakiri if Resident Evil 4 was ported to any other console. As far as I know, he's still alive, so yeah.
Harakiri. Because the only one that makes sense for the Harakiri.
Fuck, not again.
Because he's the only one who has a sword.
You don't need.
Because he's the only one who actually does the Harakiri correctly. Because he takes the sword, jabs him, jabs in his chest, and then moves it.
It's not done with a sword traditionally. It's only done with a sword if there's no other option. It's done with the concept only. The lack of option.
Okay, yeah, I'll just take a lightsaber and just stick it through my skull. How about that?
Well, it's fast.
Exactly.
Oh, this Destiny cosplay is awesome. They got the Vex completely right. I gotta save that right now.
Alright, I will start doing that. Actually, I think I already did save. I'm gonna save again just in case.
Saved pictures, there we go.
And I don't know if there's ever gonna be another Duke Nukem game, like a legitimate traditional release. And if there is, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be crap. The modding community still exists, so there's that.
If Bethesda gets a hold of it,
Yes,
like they did with
I'd
Wolfenstein and Doom, they'll be able to make it really good.
I'd be
No.
totally okay if Bethesda, Duke Nukem, or like, or maybe even a Night Dive. I don't know.
Night Dive, yes. Interceptor Studios, definitely yes. Bethesda, questionable. 'Cause
Devolver got screwed over. I hate that.
Yeah, I would trust them more with it than Bethesda because, see, the Bethesda you're thinking of, God damn it.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Stop! You're swearing, God.
The Predators will be able to handle it. I'm not even gonna say why that makes sense. I just can't help. I can't help but make that joke. No, because the Bethesda that was good no longer exists, and we already saw some bits of that in Wolfenstein 2, and I can only assume it's going to get worse as time goes on.
What do you mean?
Well,
it's gone.
There's that.
Free Fallout 4.
And they're starting to get really SJWE, and I can only assume it's going to get worse as time goes on.
Really?
Yeah,
Machine
unfortunately.
Games is a Sweden-based developer.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's not going to end well.
Bethesda tends to let their developers that are under them, they kind of give them free reign on what they do. So that could have been a conscious decision on Machine Games' part.
Oh, somebody made a furry Star Trek, furry 7 of 9.
Dude, furry plus Star Trek has been done since the 1970s. You're a little late.
They made her a snow leopard.
Creative, but not exactly sane.
That makes me sad.
Alright, let's see.
Why would they do that to 7 of 9?
You know what makes me sad?
You do!
Your face!
No. You know what makes me sad?
The world.
Gearbox. Because Gearbox exists.
Yeah, but they weren't always bad.
What did Gearbox do? I
Because
don't
I might,
Well,
if I comment
they
on
came into
Gearbox,
existence, so...
I might end up having evidence that could be used against me in a case of conviction. So I'm not going to say anything on Gearbox for my own safety.
Really?
Don't you work for like a game company or something?
Used to.
Used to.
No,
You
not
used
for
to.
Namco.
Oh.
Gearbox.
I never worked for Gearbox, and Randy Pitchford do all sorts of unspeakable, awful, and inhumane things for himself.
You must really hate this guy.
Let's put it this way, there's a reason I don't go to Horny, Texas anymore. Even though I really do like Magic Museum there.
You don't go
There's
to
a
where?
National Video Game Museum?
Yes, in Forney, Texas. Actually go visit that place because it is
Where is
worth
that?
it. It's right outside of Dallas, in a place called Forney, Texas.
Forney, Texas. I've never heard of it.
I need to go there now.
I need to go
Yes.
there now because like Dallas is like less than an hour from me.
Yeah, just look
Well,
up
I'd have to
National
take
Video
a
Game
plane,
Museum.
but...
But there's a reason I don't generally tend to go to that town until I get the word from friends and family there that it's safe for me to. Because otherwise, I'm going to
Safe?
do something highly illegal, highly immoral, and very violent.
Is there like bad people there of the I don't know how to word this. That sounded without coming off as being accused, rather without being accused of being racist.
No, there's no race to it. It's just one person.
I'm so
It's
confused.
personal?
Yes.
This time. God damn it.
Oh, I see. It's a personal vendetta you have with someone there.
Put it this way, after I
No, go.
developed a very popular game on Steam, and I would need a new clean set of boots by the time I'm done.
Are you gonna curb stomp him?
No, not that violent.
Oh.
And now Googlog has dispatched their execution squad to come get me.
Those nose. That's not good.
Now and now I can hear the FBI knocking on Rain's door.
Probably.
They've been
FBI, open up!
The FBI.
He just hears it.
They just busted.
No. Given the local
They're
FBI,
shooting,
they'll ring the
they're shooting the
doorbell.
guns in the air.
I've had FBI agents here on a regular basis.
Really? Why?
Past occupation. The FBI would just ring the doorbell and ask, okay, you responsible for this? Yes, sir. Have you got these again this time? Yes. Okay.
Past occupation? What?
Used to work for a few firms.
Oh, okay.
Let's put it this way, I'm not government contracted, but I have worked for companies which sold to government contractors. So I'm pretty well known.
You used to be able to contract him on the dark web.
No. Nothing
That-
dark related. In
That
fact,
kind of contracting.
no. Again, nope.
We got a hitman here.
No, I sold less lethal firearms and less lethal solutions through a company to law enforcement agencies such as the FBI, the DOJ, Basically, I was a human crash test dummy saying, okay, this is what pepper balls do.
The deep
Hit
state.
you?
This is what tasers do. Hit me.
I wouldn't want to be tased just for that reason.
Don't phase me,
Is
bro.
Don't tase me, bro.
A bit of a note. Never, ever, ever have Taco Bell before a taser demonstration.
Oh no.
I assumed that janitor had to come in later on.
No, no. It just
God damn it.
forced me to fart, which sounded like a cross between Daffy Duck and a machine gun.
A fart?
Yeah, basically a taser makes all your muscles rapidly contract.
I know what a taser does.
Yeah, well, imagine it does that to all of your muscles, including your ass muscles.
Oh no, that's not good.
So it's just a long, protracted machine gun fart.
That's disgusting.
You know what else is disgusting? Sonic Shoe.
Oh yeah, Sonic Shoe is absolutely terrifying and disgusting.
Well, and got him.
It's a good meme though.
Yeah.
And see, now I can be quiet and focus on the game.
That whole
Crap.
that whole saga is an incredible meme.
That video got way too popular though. 20,000 views. And literally, it's nothing but reading off of...
Hey, Lamau.
Alright, one second.
Wait, what are you talking about again?
Just need to read the chat. And I've not played Iron Maiden
Chris
yet.
Chan.
yeah,
SOD
Chris Chan.
Extreme. I don't think I've even heard of that.
Like a friggin'...
And if BJ was fighting I'm not even going to say that because I know YouTube will take me down, but yeah, they would do that. Well, actually, it's funny you should mention that. They had to censor the Street Fighter 2 opening because one of the white fighters punched a black fighter. It's like, that was racist somehow.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's back in '93.
Yeah, so...
What?
They've been doing that a while. And you kind of get used to not having mouse look. It kind of works. And this mod is hard.
I don't.
But you can save, so you can get through it pretty easy. Spear of Destiny Extreme. I'll take a look at that after the stream is over with.
I'll probably be up till like 2 in the morning because I literally have nothing else to do.
I'll probably be up till like 20 freaking. I don't know.
2020.
I'll be sleep. I'll be awake until 2019. So.
20 o'clock, huh? So wait, you're going 24-hour clock?
Shut up.
Traitor! We only use wholesome 12-hour time here. Not the...
Doesn't the military use 24-hour time, though?
Yeah.
Shit.
Exactly, John. Are you trying to berate our troops?
Hey, you know, hashtag abolish profit.
Guys, it's not just our military that uses it. Every military uses 24-hour time.
So do some parts of the EU for some reason.
Hashtag abolish profit. Look, Stephen Barnes needs to be removed.
No, hashtag abolish the EU.
Now that I can
They're
get
already abolishing themselves.
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
get behind that though.
because they can't take it anymore.
Yeah, they can't take it anymore. They're committing Sudoku.
I mean, hell, even the Dalai Lama right now is getting
Yeah,
flack.
even Dalai Lama is like saying these freaking EU's killing itself. And
World
that's
War I
shocking,
mod,
actually, that he even said that.
Hey, look, you can do that on your own time, man. Just unless it's like Hitomi, and then I can totally understand.
No, it's 7 of 9.
Yeah, Jerry Ryan isn't worth that.
I remember when in one of the episodes Harry Kim was in the mess hall
Shit.
when it was closed, and then 7 of 9 just walks in saying, because she knew that he had a thing for her. And next thing you know, she says she demands him to take his clothes off
Now see,
because they were gonna.
there's one of two ways you can handle that. One, say like, hey, can we like take this someplace else? Or two, just do it.
I would have said yes, ma'am.
So, my favorite anime is Seinfeld.
They made a Seinfeld anime?
No.
It's anime about
Oh,
nothing.
John, you're better than.
He doesn't get it, but I will explain it. They basically every TV show ever is now an anime reason.
Oh,
It's a meme.
It's a mummy.
The way you said that.
Seinfeld, there's
That was General who said that.
But what about Seinfeld?
Basically every TV show that's live action that was good, they say, "Oh, it's my favorite anime." Say like Alf, for example. Alf is my favorite anime. Or Toy Story is my favorite anime, or something like that.
That wasn't live action. That was CG.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Technically, it is anime.
No, anything
Anime
that
just
isn't
means
anime is their favorite
animation.
anime.
Do you think I care?
I don't think you guys care.
That's how much
Here's a
I
hot
care.
take.
2 out of 10.
Here's a real hot take. You do
2 out
know
of 10
that
would bang again.
anime is just a Japanese term for animation. So technically,
I know.
it's anime.
'Tis heresy, you must die for your sins. You've broken the law. Pay your
I have
fine.
Stop.
I
You
relish my
violated the
sins.
law.
Stop.
Pay the
You
court of
violated the
honor,
law.
serve your sentence.
Yep, that is.
Your stolen
that's the
goods are
line.
now forfeit.
But
There
I
was-
have been stolen goods.
Then pay with your blood.
Yeah, there was a video where a guy they were in front of this guy's pool. The guy literally runs all the way around the pool with his bow. He jumps in the pool, and the guy punches him to death.
Oh, I've seen that. It's like a recreation of Bethesda AI.
Mm-hmm. Skyrim parody.
You know, the very first thing that happened to me in Oblivion when I started playing it was, okay, now, I'd heard that Oblivion was supposed to be great, and the person who introduced it to me didn't really explain too much about it. So I saw these horses being held in this corral, right? And I thought it was like, you know, like a video game. You can just take the horse whenever you want it. That didn't end well. So
I
I
posted it in the chat.
So basically, stop. You violated the law. What happened?
yeah, but I made it worse by I thought like, oh, you can just like, you know, kill the guards. It won't matter. And like they were really tough because I just started playing the game. But I had already started modding the game, so I had this blunderbuss. And like I shot the guard and I had a massive bounty. That didn't end well.
Oh
You had
no!
a massive what?
Bounty.
Oh. Something tells you didn't understand the concept of the Western RPG.
Well, okay. The only other game that I played that was like that was Fallout 3, and in Fallout 3 there are no laws, but the laws you make.
Yeah. I mean, it's the wasteland, so.
Until it's like, oh, you can't just take the horse. The horse is useless anyway. You can run faster than the horse if you get your athletics up.
Yeah, that's why you jump all the time.
God damn it.
I just posted the link to the video I was talking about in the chat.
And I've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's not my thing. I never watched Dinosaurs either. That definitely was not my thing back then. But yeah, when it comes to Seinfeld, that is my favorite sitcom of all time. Because I actually kind of like the characters, and the humor is very snappy. Like, it doesn't drag. God damn it. I tried to sit through that show that that guy, the guy who kind of looks like Bernie Sanders, whatever that guy's name is.
The Crypt Keeper?
No, the other half of Seinfeld.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. No.
Yeah, that's the one. I thought that was really boring. Like, I don't get why people find that show funny. It just
What show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David.
Oh.
Oh, I must take this.
God damn it! How are you supposed to react in time?
So, John. X-Files?
That's pretty good. Although
Pretty good is not the answer I was looking for. Like, pretty good. That's not what I was looking for.
Well,
It's not the second coming of Christ. It did have some bad episodes.
Yeah, but it was like in the later seasons.
No, they had some bad episodes in season 1 and 2.
yeah.
Season 1 and 2 haven't aged well.
Rage is posting porn now.
What
Lock it
else
up?
is new?
Haha! Yeah, season 1 is really hard to get through.
Yeah, that was the like halfway through season 1, I almost quit actually, but I pushed on and hey, it's my favorite show ever now.
Well, the big problem with X-Files is the same problem that a lot of these classic TV shows have, is when you sit down and finally sit through them all, they don't age as well as they could, simply because TV has changed over the past 20 years. Back in the day, they wanted seasons to last, like 20 episodes. And so there's a shitload of filler in a lot of those. And season 1 was filled with filler. And
yeah, I'll admit there was like 4 episodes in that season out of like the 27 were integral to the story.
Exactly.
Just like 4 of them were integral to the story, and you could literally just watch those 4 and go on to season 2 and understand basically everything.
Yep. And that's...
Thankfully, it's not as bad as season 1 and 2.
Oh.
It looked pretty rough in their first season.
Oh, it was. Season 2 wasn't much better either. The Dr. Bishlasky.
Season 3 is where it picked up. Season 1 and 2 are just rough.
Episode 1 was rough.
Shit.
Deanna Troy was especially cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, back in the day, she was hot, and if you're an adolescent male like I was, it was like, she's the greatest.
There's the hottest of them all.
My waifu. God damn it.
Really, General? You're a weep.
Maybe.
Gotta go waifu. Terminator 2 era Sarah Connor.
When it comes to being a weeb, just look at the feed here. What is that poster of?
What?
The poster in the background.
What? That's Halo.
No, look closer. Up and to the right, look closer.
I'm not even on the stream. Hold on.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, it's Cowboy Bebop. So yeah.
Hold up. Let me see. I'm turning on the stream now.
Cowboy Bebop-aroo.
Muting audio. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. So when I say that I'm not a fan of anime, but I just watch it. Oh yeah, there's that. So evidently I am. Let's see.
So you're talking about the picture I posted in the chat.
No, I'm not. I can't see the chat because I'm in the game. But let's see. Married with Children. I have not seen that show in many a year, but I do remember it being fairly good. I'm not sure how it has aged though. And King of the Hill. I really still kind of like King of the Hill, but only for certain moments. I don't remember liking the plot lines too much. There's one scene that I really like where Hank Hill's father steals Santa Anna's leg. And I just remember the last part of the episode where he wants a driver's license. He gets the driver's license, and so he's like, 1 license and 1 Santa Annie's leg. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do.
Damn it, Bobby.
Bobby.
And
Oh,
speaking
that's
of
Silent Hill.
Godzilla, there's the poster. There's the poster for Godzilla. And yes, I went to see Shin Godzilla in the theater. And you're
That's where he has a bread back, isn't it?
he has it at some point, but not throughout the entire movie. He mutates now and again. So, and I think the creepiest episode of X-Files by far was the invisible guys in the woods. I remember like having nightmares about that afterwards.
Not the scariest episode, but back when I was younger, title screen for the Vampire Pizza Boy.
What?
Yeah, because the title screen was the glowing green eyes and the fat pizza delivery vampire kid. It scared the crap out of me back when I was younger.
Really?
The whole reason for it is because at the time, the sun was running the whole Bat Boy thing.
Just, it's like Vampire Pizza Boy. I was like, did I hear that right?
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about though, right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Okay, my brain was still stuck on anime for a second. I was like, Vampire Pizza Boy. It's like, wait, is that an anime? Then I got it, yeah.
It's wacky enough to be an anime.
So... This song is really loud, so I cannot really hear that well. And there's no way I can turn it down in-game. So I'm kind of...
No, Godzilla, you're not supposed to be doing that to the monster.
Oh, you just discovered it a month ago. Yeah, there's a lot to go through. They haven't actually done any Godzilla anything, sadly. So, that's probably why you didn't know. Effectively abandoned the Shin Godzilla story to do the... Oh, that anime series was crap. I'm sorry, it was horrible. It was so boring. It was a bunch of androgynous males whinging the entire time. Then at the very end, Godzilla moves like 3 feet, and then the movie's over.
Oh, you're talking about that one.
The Godzilla anime. It's on Netflix. Oh man, it was so terrible. It's like... It made no sense. It's like, it's set like... It's like, okay, how hard is it to make some of these shows? Okay, it's like Godzilla. Godzilla shows up and smashes the city. But no, we're going to turn Godzilla into this science fiction kind of thing where it's set 20,000 years in the future. Godzilla's a giant plant and took over the Earth. What? Just have Godzilla show up and smash a city. That's all anybody wants. We don't want to...
That is the American animated Godzilla series from 1970.
Oh yeah, there is that one, isn't there? I watched that as a kid. I just never really thought about that. It's sort of like Johnny Quest meets Godzilla in some instances, though.
Oh, you know, Johnny Test was supposed to be like a really crappy version of Johnny Quest.
Shit.
What?
Go ahead, say again.
The funniest episode of X-Files had to be the one where all the like 4 demons go to this like this diner and start talking about stories about the people they've been haunting and stuff like that.
I do recall that one. I think one of my favorites, though, still to this day, is the one where Mulder gets the genie.
It's the genie?
Yeah. It's one of those things that taught me that if ever I could have 3 wishes, you have to make sure you word them absolutely correctly. It always made me very paranoid afterwards. And I never would say I wish, because I was always just afraid of having it come true.
Oh, yeah. Be careful what you wish for, General.
Yes.
Be careful what you wish for.
And Tales from the Crypt.
That muted himself.
Wait, what happened?
Yay.
What happened? Who muted what?
Psychic muted himself.
Oh, well, that sucks.
What? Snake girl hugging four or 5 body pillows of the same person.
What?
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
Is this
that that vampire from the X-Files?
Yeah.
God damn it! I've been killed by this guy 15 times.
That's from like season 6, I think.
Yeah, so that
The
was
freaking episode was called Bad Blood. I remember that.
Yeah, I've actually seen Wishmaster. God damn it! Am I just...
Are
Yeah,
you just
it's
not
like-
good today?
It's like one of the best episodes of the entire series. Good lord.
It was, but I was saying back when I was a kid, the menu screen, when that was on the TV, it scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I don't know why.
Have no soul.
Well, it was also gray. The eyes were so
still
green,
think
but the title screen was gray.
I still think that the best episode of the X-Files ever is one called season 4 called Home.
Home.
Yeah.
Is that the inbred cannibals?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was creepy.
That was even watching it recently, that kind of messed with me a bit.
So, you know the one with the 4 demons that go to this like
Yeah, I'll be right back.
that go to like, a diner and start talking about the people they haunt.
I think
Or-
so.
Get to turn evil. That was probably one of the funnier ones because the guy serving them coffee, the one devil asked for coffee, but the guy working behind the counter pisses in his coffee. And he actually says it makes it better.
Well, this is some shitty coffee.
Well then.
He is a demon after all.
Wishmaster. I was going to do a review of that. In fact, I had a lot of it done, but then something came up and I couldn't finish it. One of the jokes from that particular video would have been putting one of the scenes where the Wishmaster's like sitting on this throne. I was going to set that to Kazam. And I was also going to have like Kazam clips and audio play throughout the review. So yeah. Drink the water.
Right.
So yeah, I was gonna have like one scene where like where the djinn was like overacting. I was just gonna cut the clip of that's green egg and ham it. That was that.
Oh. Hold on.
It's meant as a joke. I know that Kazam is terrible, but that I could call that another guilty pleasure because it's so stupid. And if you had the right mindset, you could actually get some laughs, but not in the way that they intended. Why Shaq thought he could act, I don't know.
Shaq was looking for a paycheck. He was like, "Hey, you could give me millions of dollars, fine."
You know what's funny?
Mm.
He's kind of making a lot of money again as of recent, mainly because he's a big investor in and promoter of esports now.
Really?
Yep. He owns, I think, some teams for I think Street Fighter and Overwatch actually.
Now, what are we talking about now? Esports?
Shaq.
Wait, Shaquille O'Neal has
Yeah,
owned...
Yes, he owns, I think, a team. He owns, I think, or I can't remember exactly. I don't follow Street Fighter much really, but I'm pretty sure he owns or kind of has money invested and is kind of making bank off of a sports organization that has a team for Street Fighter 5.
That's insane.
No news. Shaq
And he
hires on
does-
Daigo
and he-
Mihara.
And I think he does. I think he even does some commentary in terms of commentary is in commentator over the actual gameplay and stuff when they're competing. Sometimes though.
And this is the same Shaquille O'Neal,
Yes.
over 7 feet tall, former basketball player.
Yes.
Same one. He used to go to college in my hometown.
Really?
Yeah, that too.
Let me think. Let me think.
At that point.
Let me think.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
I love
back.
this song.
He also did a lot of promoting for when TBS invested into E-League, and they broadcast E-League and stuff for Counter-Strike mainly, and he promoted that a lot.
I know this is probably a famous song, but I can't recognize it in chiptune.
Wow, you're dumb.
And let's see, Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. I was going to do that next month, but I decided to postpone that to November because I wanted to do some...
Turok 3.
It's not bad. I don't have enough time to do it. And Steel is actually a movie based upon the Steel comic book character, and Shaq played that character. Steel is I think he came about when he was supposed to be like Superman, but with a hammer or something. I don't remember enough about it.
The death of Superman. He came about basically trying to fill the role of.
Okay, that's what, something like that. I think he's now like DC Iron Man, more or less.
He pretty much always was.
Okay, I never really was.
These
into
days,
it.
sadly, he's better than the current Iron Heart. That's for damn sure.
That wouldn't be hard to do. Because Iron Man now, I think, is... What is he? Well, it's a woman now. I think she's like...
It's a teenager now.
Yeah, like a black teenage transgender or something.
No, not transgender.
Wait, who are we talking about now?
Iron Man. More like Iron Woman.
Iron
No,
Man's
it's-
black, transgender.
It's not Iron Man
What?
anymore. It's Iron Heart.
Iron
What? Wait, what?
Tony Stark is missing. It's no longer Iron Man in the current Marvel universe.
What happened to Iron Man?
Missing, presumed dead.
Why? What happened? Where'd he go?
Ask Joe Quesada. He's the only one with the answer.
He was killed by a communist.
Yeah, by the name of Joe Quesada.
Exactly.
Crap.
I'll be at Joe Quesada's funeral when I'm done killing him.
To piss on his grave, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
All you're gonna do is to piss on his grave.
Yeah.
Of course, you know.
It'd probably be legal because it's in California, probably.
Of course, you wouldn't want to you wouldn't want to defecate on it because the actual fecal matter can actually enrich the soil, so it'd actually be helping him.
Oh no.
So yeah.
It's California. How can you tell if it was done as active desecration or if it was done by some hobo?
Or if it was art or something.
No, I'm serious about California. Go to.
I know, but they shit in the streets.
It is paved with feces.
Yeah.
It's a new bio.
They don't pave their roads. They just shit on them.
And yeah, this
That
music is
explains
awesome.
why LA is so. That explains. That would probably save a lot of money for that LA has that they can spend it to pave the road. But no, never mind.
Okay, so you know what they can say? This is perfect. It's their new biodegradable road paving designed to save the environment.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
That's because California is absolutely disgusting.
Well, that is also true.
Well, from what I saw of Sacramento back in 2012, and I only visited there for 2 weeks, and I was mainly just in one room most of the time. It didn't seem that bad.
But Sacramento, that's a little bit out of the way of the blast radius of crazy.
Well, some of us know why you were only in that room.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, why does it just now pop up that I found a secret area? What, were those not secret areas before? Give it. Finally. Got some health and ammo. Picked up another BJ testicle.
That sounds...
That's what I'm calling the soul sphere in this game, just the BJ testicle.
That sounds strangely suggestive.
Well...
Confucius say, baseball long, and with 4 balls cannot walk.
You'd have to have a lot of practice.
No.
I want to know what song it is.
Shadow
That's
Warrior.
good.
Shadow Warrior has like the women you can find.
Anime chicks.
Okay, so here's something hilarious that happened in Duke Nukem Alien Armageddon. The anime chicks do show up. And and of course it happened when I wasn't recording. Because of course it would happen when I wasn't recording. And I couldn't get it to happen again. So, I was playing as Bombshell, and I had her urinate in the toilet, right? The problem was though, there was an anime chick there and I didn't even notice. I was like just flying through the thing, and it's like she did that, and then the anime chick started shooting at her. It was really hilarious, but of course I wasn't recording.
Huh.
That's attention to detail.
It is at that.
Fascinating.
How have you never touched the original Wolfenstein? It's great, provided you have like a mod to make it a little better.
It's still shareware. You can still play the original, free episodes of Wolfenstein. Go do it.
Like, for a while, I could only find this stupid shareware version of Doom. I was like, no, I want the full version.
Yeah, I think you can get that off of Steam. Maybe GOG? I don't know.
Yeah, Steam and GOG. Although, honestly, if you want the cheapest way, just get the original discs off eBay.
I'm not gonna buy a floppy,
God damn it.
especially when my PC doesn't even have a floppy disk reader.
Floppy disk drives cost about $10 though.
Yeah, they're cheap.
You get a USB one.
There's a Dying Light battle royale thing.
What?
Kind of. Well, kind of. You there's like 12 players go in to like a zombie-infested area, and they stock up, and they basically just hunt each other down and try to not get killed by zombies, I guess.
See, Mouth of War from Pantera. I hope
Different, I suppose. At least it's different.
I suppose. Still Battle
It's
Royale.
Dying Lights, there's zombies.
Oh, come on. Hardcore.
And you can, yeah, and like people can basically kill you whenever they want, and you gotta get out or like a helicopter.
I tried Fortnite once yesterday on the Switch and I regret it.
Of course, that's why you regretted getting the Switch in the first place.
That's why you regretted it. You played it on the Switch.
I survived the whole game and didn't even see an enemy the whole time.
Well, that being said, Switch does make for a nice little emulation machine.
Well,
Oh yeah, people have hacked it. Yeah.
there were 50 enemies there, but I never saw a single one.
Well, you could donate to the channel. Make you feel better.
I'll think about it.
I'll take it.
Picked up a swastika. I mean, that's racist.
General,
Pick up a Monty. Remember,
Hashtag abolish profit.
Yeah, because
a reverse Monty.
the picture I found, Jerry
that's true,
Ryan,
actually.
like this weird. It just doesn't make any sense. It looks 90s.
You know what doesn't make sense? Feminism.
And yeah, Wolf 3D maps can be kind of tedious, but I still recommend playing at least the first episode. And see ya, Crow. Cowboys from Hell. I guess I'll need to compare that to Cowboys from Hell.
John.
What's good about that female Predator is because it's an actual female cosplaying the Predator.
I imagine there's got to be a 5.25-inch USB floppy drive. Somebody has to have made that at some point.
I can probably look it up on YouTube or on eBay.
I know there's plenty of floppy emulators for that. I haven't seen that USB floppy drive. They can be done. The worst comes to worst, you can take apart. This is going to be sacrilege here, but you can take apart a Commodore floppy drive and modify it. So I don't know if
Don't touch. Or get away from me. Don't. Get away from me.
You absolute barbarian.
Are you saying for the Commodore 64 or the Commodore?
I'm saying for like the VIC-20, because...
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, I see how it is. You get all fawning and nice up VIC-20, it's like, oh, never mind that shit.
No, kill yourself.
Battlefield
Welcome.
5
Give me your
fiasco.
files. Give me your files illegally of Halo 2 XD.
Oh yeah, I was playing Halo 2 card earlier.
Give me those files, and I will not.
There's
I
actually a
promise.
website. There's a
Oh,
website you can get it. It's
Is it-
Halo 2
do I need Halo 2?
No, like you don't really need Halo 2 Vista. Like there's a download that
Shit.
basically it's for people that don't have Halo 2 Vista, pretty much.
What operating system does it run on? Vista. We're
I
all
can run it. I have Windows 10 and it runs fine.
Yes.
Oh, I need to. Oh, you need to create an account in game.
Like, yeah, but it's just like an email. It's like whatever.
Crap. I'll read the chat just as soon as I kill all these guys and not die.
Okay, while that's downloading, I'm gonna play Descent 2.
Good choice.
If snow leopards weren't dangerous, I would want one as a pet.
Okay, 1 second. Cowboys from Hell. Battlefield 5. I don't know how what the quality of the game is, but the
Apparently it's bad. The quality of the game.
It's freaking dire.
Diarrhea.
well, I haven't played it, so I don't know.
People are basically asking what happened between Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5.
So
Like, they're
An old
asking,
stat
what
left,
went wrong?
You have a bunch of crazy nutters who are more interested in pushing the agenda than they are making a good game.
So there you go.
Which is ironic because people were bitchy about like Battlefield 1 having like black men on the front lines, and at this point, I'm looking back like, oh, you have no idea what's coming, people, in 2016.
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess my main opinion on that, just irrespective of everything else, because I'm not going to play it, but my opinion is about, like, what it is when it comes to a lot of these woke things. It doesn't really matter what quality the game is, be it good or bad. The controversy surrounding it will color whatever opinion you have of it. So, if the gameplay was actually good, the hype...
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. The controversy would still overshadow it.
Yeah, it's the same way with Black Panther, Feminist Busters. If those movies were actually good, and from what I've heard they're generic, then it just doesn't matter because you'll always think of the controversy.
You'll always like when you think of what's a good example that's like isn't related to like that thing. Like
and
when you
hello,
think
Nigga Scott.
when you think of that like indie game Fez or whatever. You don't think of like the first game being good. You think of like the controversy about him like saying, I hate all of you, I'm not gonna release this game.
Well, I think Fez, being a day one buyer of it, because I want a good clean scored platformer, I think overrated because Phil Fish is actually not that great of a programmer.
No,
I didn't think it was that amazing.
That's the only thing that I can think of.
When I finally played it. Yeah.
Like, saying that something is overrated, well, saying something that is popular is overrated is basically an automatic mild mood. As an auto mood, basically. Unless if it's COD, then, well...
Hide.
Unless if it's
everybody
COD...
thinks COD is overrated.
you sound like a
Yeah.
What's the game?
It's like saying the sky is blue and water is wet. Use 11.
Pretty much. That doesn't count as a...
That doesn't count.
That reminds me of a line from Batman vs Superman. Crime wave in Gotham. In other news, water wet.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of AC/DC as well, and a few of the Rat albums, although I didn't really get into that until later, and Motley Crue's pretty good, but they don't have that many memorable songs. The only song I like of them really is Kickstart My Heart. The rest just kind of fade into the background. And, let's see...
Made in the 80s back.
Hell on Earth again. I don't know when I'm going to get to that game again. It's just so many games, so little time.
What game?
Hell on Earth Starter Pack. I'm really impressed by this Wolfenstein mod. I mean, it makes a big difference when you have textured floors and ceilings. It's like... There's Addy. Very pixelated Addy.
Kill Addy.
It's less pixelated than it was in the original game.
Yeah. It's more like a real
wonder why.
picture.
Gee, I wonder why.
We all wonder why.
One thing that's kind of funny, though, is one of the things I found is a lot of people from Germany and Austria really like Wolfenstein for some reason. Oh crap!
Good game.
Run! Hide me.
They're all good games, John.
Did you hear that like the German government is gonna start like allowing like that symbolism being shown on like forms of art in video games now?
Crap! Well, it's about time.
Basically, Wolfenstein is you're gonna be able to play it uncensored in Germany now.
Well, that's what they've been doing anyway, but they've been doing it via piracy.
Yeah, I actually have a...
Yeah, well, they're gonna make it officially legal now, I guess.
A friend of mine...
No, go on.
Okay. Kind of a trip back in time, back to 2008. A friend of my ex-roommate had his brother bring in a foreign exchange student from Germany. And he was going through my games, all that. And he found Wolfenstein. It's like, oh, dude, I used to love this. So I gave him my copy of Wolfenstein 2008. Knowing that it would be contraband as soon as he got back to Germany. Oh no, he got away with it. He sent an email like, oh yeah, I'm playing it right here. It's awesome. It's like, okay.
Wait. Oh no, wait, never mind. Wait, was it on like Xbox or?
No, it was on PC.
Oh, I was gonna say because I was gonna say it was on if it was on Xbox 360, I would have been like, wait a minute. But then I was gonna realize, oh wait, no, that console's not region locked. At least I don't think it is.
Health.
I don't know if 360 was recent or not, but in 2008, my he was dead with a doornail.
Basically, everyone's 360 in 2008 was dead.
My 360
Yeah.
Gotta love the red ring.
It actually did red ring like 2 months ago, but then it again.
It worked just suddenly.
The only reason it red ringed is because it fell 10 feet and hit the ground.
I imagine any console would kind of nearly die after that.
I'm surprised that.
Wait. How did your Xbox fall 10 feet?
That's what I was about to ask. Like,
Because
where did you put your Xbox?
Did you put it on top of your freaking house or some crap?
no, I put it on top of the entertainment center we have in the basement.
Why is the entertainment center in your basement like 10 feet tall?
Because we have a tall basement. I don't know.
What are you living, a missile
you
silo?
live up north. You guys have basements that are taller than like 5 feet.
You got the Bat Cave in there, fucking
Your
Batman.
basements are basically a house under your house.
You could say that again.
It's like a house under a house under a house under a house.
Like Batman just swings in.
That would be like a
Freaking
three. That would be like a 3-story house.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, you're
That has a basement as well.
Oh, you play the guitar. Very nice. I always wanted to learn that, but never got a chance.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm
You're
not a
Harry
fucking wizard.
And yeah, the Witcher series is going woke. I think like they changed like the nationality of one of the characters.
You're a pizzard,
Yeah,
Harry.
Colonel's daughter.
You're a gizzard. Harry.
What? What?
Oh, what? What? You're
What,
like.
the Witcher series is in like what the show or?
Yeah, there's gonna be a live action, and it's.
Because I was gonna say the actual company CD Projekt Red is.
Okay, whoa. They just make the game. They are not related to the property of The Witcher.
And it's pronounced project. Get it right.
That's like saying, saying EA suddenly has control over Lord of the Rings because for the longest they were the ones who made the games. That would make it rather horrible.
That would be horrifying.
Okay, Bilbo, so you want to turn invisible, right? Well, you're going to need to pay, 25 shillings per invisibility, okay, to unlock that, so...
Oh, you're gonna use the ring? You gonna use the ring? Oh, that's 25 guilders. Get up, little guy.
You're a gizzard, Harry.
And you want that mithril, well, you're either gonna have to mine for 2 months, or you can just, chill out. God damn it.
There's ore? Where's ore?
The closest game you can really link CD Projekt Red to, as in terms of having a controlling stake in it, is actually Cyberpunk 2077, and by extension, the pen and paper role-playing game Cyberpunk 2020. And that's because the creator's son works in CD Projekt Red.
Okay, no.
Huh.
And to answer your question, Mad Max, I think it kind of got it's no longer visible to me, but I do remember it. I don't actually eat and game at the same time. I can't really... I'm always very conscious of, like, crumbs and shit getting all over the place. And I'm always worried about bugs, so I don't really eat and do that at the same time.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get crumbs all over the fucking keyboard and the ants,
Ew.
I got rid of the crumbs on my keyboard now, but...
Yeah, but see, now it's going to get on the floor, and then that's going to cause fucking bugs to show up, and I don't want that.
Then mice, and then they shit everywhere. The typical stuff that mice do.
We don't have mice either.
I recorded a demo album, that's cool. Just send me a link. Like on Discord. So they changed Siri into black or Asian? Really? Why?
No, they did not.
They're planning on it.
Really? They're gonna change? I can just imagine Black Siri. Hey, what's up, Cracker? What's y'all want?
Well, now YouTube's just gonna take this down now. It's like, okay, so this guy is clearly raycast.
Oh, hell no. Y'all did not just add me to that. Y'all can do that yourself, man. I ain't doing that for y'all.
So Nvidia is gonna get hell for their raycasting.
exactly. Okay, god damn it. I'm
Great
gonna
ass profiling.
Oh god.
Hey, stop cussing.
Pulled pork. You know, I actually haven't had pulled pork in a long time. I usually end up with fucking chicken. It's sort of like an in-joke between me and my family because we eat so much of that shit all the time. It's like, chicken. What's for dinner? Chicken. What's for dinner tomorrow? Chicken. It's like, god damn it.
What kind of pizza do you have? Chicken. Oh.
Pizza chicken.
So what'd you name the kid? Chicken.
Oh god.
Charles Kin.
Chicken what? Fascinating.
Marcy, stop cannibalizing chicken.
Oh hey, we got a new dog. What's his name?
Chicken. What do you think about chicken?
God damn it. This guy is like...
What flavor is his dog food? Chicken.
That's an aggressive boss.
That's an aggressive piece of chicken.
What's he gonna taste like when we kill him? Chicken.
We're not Asian.
Aw.
Okay, number one.
So what are we gonna have for Christmas? Steak. Oh really? No, it's chicken.
We're gonna
You got my hopes up. Damn it.
we're gonna have chicken
Holidays?
that's painted to look like steak.
No, the holidays it's gonna be turkey, supersized chicken.
What?
You can play the campaign in this thing.
I haven't personally tried, but you could do it right now. Like, cartographers.
Test.
Finally.
Yeah, just like I was more concerned of like, oh, I can play Halo 2 multiplayer on my computer because why not?
Mr. Condom with our mad dog.
What does it taste like? Chicken.
Honestly, I thought you said insert condom, magic dong. I was like, what?
Oh, you're
Nope.
a silly boy. You're a silly boy.
Oh hey, speaking of
That's your better.
oh god, I've posted 117 videos.
Not bad.
Getting close to leap.
Okay,
Vulcan.
as soon as I
What?
get to the elevator,
You
I
can
will
play the
check the chat.
campaign.
Wait, can you repeat that?
You can play the campaign.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Actually not. I don't get to the elevator yet.
I never
Giving
really,
all the ammo.
I never really like paid attention. Like, I never really like tried to launch the campaign because like, oh, Halo 2 Vista multiplayer, and it's not the MCC, so
It
yeah.
actually works.
Yeah.
Hey Jim, you know what makes me sad right now?
Huh?
You know what makes me sad right now?
You do.
I'm looking at my statistics, and
Oh.
it says your revenue. $0 on everything.
It's YouTube, man. That's how it goes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Freaking dollars. Well,
How
that, then again, I
Unless
don't
you're
have
PewDiePie or, you know.
Markiplier.
No.
again, I
Can
don't
we
want
copy strike PewDiePie?
No.
Why? He has over 66 million subscribers. You could never take him down.
Well, that
there
was
is
a-
way to take him
it's a
down.
meme.
You gotta actually have to take him.
Oh.
Wait, is that literally what that name means? Head of shit?
What?
Apparently, according to Bong264, the boss that I just defeated, he's literally named Head of Shit. And okay, hold on, I need to
Shot down
respond to
a
the
shit
chat. Oh,
You know-
I get it now.
You know,
I've been recording for 3 hours, so my brain's tired. Let's see.
like I thought that like when that guy said like his name is translates to shit, I thought he was talking about PewDiePie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just an
That'd be
actor.
hilarious.
Yeah, I have had Church's chicken. I feel it's kind of bland, and KFC also feels a bit bland, but Popeyes is quite delicious.
Woodland.
Yeah, actually,
And I do have-
Louisianian. I
I keep
apologize
hearing
for
everybody talking about Popeyes recently.
Okay, hold on. I need to respond to this one more guy, then y'all can talk. Just, I do have a Facebook account. It's literally just General Lotz, so just type it in that. Okay, go.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead and look in Facebook. General Lotz. Go ahead and follow them.
God damn it.
Can I
Anyway,
say something here?
y'all can say what you were saying.
No,
I just wanted to respond to that guy real quick.
As someone who lives
Okay.
in Louisiana, I apologize for Popeyes. That is not Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Really?
Louisiana.
Huh. Well,
Shame.
Except the Popeyes near my house is so slow. You could probably go to McDonald's, get 40,000 hamburgers, come back, and then your food will still not be done.
and see you, Bong.
Is there VSync, but there's screen tearing?
What now?
Oh, apparently
In my-
Bong 264 is a campus cop because he says he's got to patrol the campus. Well, watch out for communists.
Whoever posted that, is that you, Ryan?
And the Cowboy Bebop poster I got from a Bedrock City. And it wouldn't be much of a tour because it's not a very big room. And all you'd see is a desk, a bed, and some shelving units. It's not as cool as the place, as my old place would have been.
Is your old place where you made the pizza, or is that your current place?
No, that's my grandparents. That's where I am now. But I'm talking about the place before that.
Your grandparents?
So, wait, what?
You said your grandparents?
Yeah. And yes, I do collect action figures and statues and a lot of whatnot as well. But most of it's in boxes right now, just because there's no room for it. And I'm actually kind of glad that I do live with my grandparents, because I'm able to help out on many occasions, like when my grandmother tripped and fell and bashed her head on the sink. I was able to help out with that.
Ouch.
Or my grandfather's lung deflating. I was able to help out with that.
Yo, that's...
So I don't feel bad about it. The only things that are really out right now are... no! I gotta pick that up.
Same.
Is that my future RoboCop. There we go. Let's try to get that angled in. I got that. It's a NECA figure. Now that's it's like the tip of the iceberg. Oh, and...
Well, who disconnected?
I don't know.
Probably Shadow.
Same.
And that... Let's see if I can get that in frame. This little brass cannon. As with many things, there's a story behind that. And that's actually belonged to an uncle of mine who is sadly deceased. He used to have it when he was alive. And whenever I used to visit, I'd always when I was a kid, I always wanted to see the cannon because I thought it was really cool. And so when he died, I was left the cannon, and so I have it on display. It's not like a real cannon or anything, it's literally just a model.
I like how you had to specify that.
Well, because you know, there's some cannons that size that you can shoot an actual cannonball out of, but that isn't one of them, sadly. Oh,
Actually, never mind. I shouldn't assume that, because knowing you, John, I think you would honestly be the person who would love to own a cannon.
I would actually. I've always wanted one ever since I saw it on. There was this sports channel. I forget what. I think Cabela's had a channel once. I think.
They did.
I think my Wi-Fi just killed itself because I was talking and then I couldn't hear it. I thought after everybody just went to silent.
Okay, good.
Like,
I'm just stupid.
Yeah, we went silent because we didn't like you.
Yeah, he was a cool guy actually. That particular uncle is somebody that kind of really didn't fit the mold. You know, he was what was he? I can't remember the exact name of his job, but it was something in the tech industry. I forget what it was at the moment, but he was like this real technical based guy, because like he had his own library. Like he had this big house just filled with books. And actually
clogging a technical toilet.
And he was I don't want to just say he was a scientist. He's an accredited YouTube scientist. No, he did something like that, but I can't remember what it is.
Accredited YouTube scientist, huh?
He was a legitimate intellectual. But, in addition to that, he was also very much, and see you, Jared Smith, but he was also very devoutly religious, too. And he volunteered at this religious summer camp. He even built their campground, and he built like this giant bridge. He designed it. And so it's one of those things where people like to talk about how you can't be religious and, you know, like fact-based at the same time, but he was able to do it.
Well, look at Jordan Peterson. It's the same thing. He has like a degree in like what, psychology or something, and he's like a devout Christ follower and all that.
Well, here's the thing about Jordan Peterson. I agree with a lot of things he says. The guy is also a walking oxymoron at the same time, and he knows it. So he's honest with me. The best case I can ever give in is he teaches about the importance of individuality and independent responsibility, personal responsibility. I can agree with that. But the thing is, that will not apply to massive canon. Because when you get down to it, humanity is a very tribal species. Always have been.
Yeah, and that's the fact. I mean, not everyone's gonna be... The whole pure individuality thing, it's good, but there needs to be some sort of higher group as well.
And also, I would like, I guess like fandoms, like, or also another sense of like, when you say like tribalism, I just think of like people making groups, declaring this is our group and we love each other very much, and basically like, hey, if you don't like us, well, go screw yourself. That's basically just, well, yeah, in a sense, like, you have the Halo tribe, you have the Sonic tribe, you have the Xbox tribe.
Sonic
like,
was especially bad.
Okay, you know, it's kind of funny, though. Okay, you got, like, somebody like Christian, right? If you were to say, like, you need to attack in the name of freedom of speech, you wouldn't do it. But he'd beat somebody up if you make those arms blue. That's for sure.
Yeah, he'll go on like a mental tirade.
I think his name is now Christine Chandler.
Yeah, he,
I don't care what he considers himself. It's Christian.
Yeah. It's still Christian, no matter how that thing spends it.
Revenant from Doom 2, Cloud from FF7, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and some Spawn statues. I can get behind that. Geralt and Scorpion. Very cool. Very cool. I got a couple of alien statues. One time I even had an alien queen, but unfortunately I had to part with that because bills are terrible. It was a really cool alien queen,
Is that
too.
when you were like living in Utah, or?
Yes.
So, oh, man.
It was a very nice alien queen. Like, it was, like...
It was
the shit, as it were. And Copacabla statues do look cool. I've wanted to get one, specifically of Jaina Solo. It looked a little too anime, but, well, Jaina Solo.
You're too
I have a Jaina Solo Black Series figure.
Very nice. Oh,
Purple lights and everything.
I could get that out right now, since this is a live stream.
John, you are too anime.
Oh.
Be careful of your next, John.
Okay. See if I
can get that out on live stream. Be careful of
General Lotz the anime.
Which box is that in? Okay.
Oh my
Did I
god.
seal that? Am I an idiot? I did seal these boxes. Why did I seal these boxes?
Is he showing this on stream?
Well, that box right there has my late 90s Kyle Katarn and Mara Jade in it. And
Hold on, I can't see it.
It has my address on there. Damn, I'm gonna have to cut that out or not, I don't know. Yeah, well,
You don't have to, it's too late to read.
Wait, hey, show it back on the stream, I didn't see it.
I can't.
Oh.
Hey, just cover the address.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, either A, no one will see it, or B, no one will care. But, I do have these. There we go.
Your stream is like 3 seconds behind, or like 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, it'll happen. But yeah, I do have these.
Oh. I have that alien. Not the curled up one, but the one right next to it.
They're very, very nice. I don't have them out right now, just because I'm too lazy to dust them. That is only a small part of my alien collection.
I need to do
His
it.
lightsaber starts waving around, somebody make a meme gif. Sad part is, I do have some Force Effect sabers.
I have Obi-Wan from Episode 3, Luke Skywalker Episode 6, and Luke Skywalker Episode 4.
I got Mace Windu's and Darth Vader's.
Hey guys.
You're talking about master replicas.
Yeah.
No, those are expensive.
It's like my neck is kind of killing me right now. Just like
If
I
wanted
switched on.
small, that would cost me $1,000.
I never liked Darth Maul's lightsabers because
Heresy.
I'm sorry, but I'm a martial artist.
I can effectively use a staff lightsaber, so
It's too much of a risk.
It's one of those things where you have to really suspend your disbelief, because it's one of those things that looks really cool, and I always like to use them in.
It's really cool. I like how it looks, but I would never,
Use it.
Yeah, it's just no.
It's
I like
just
Mace
way
Windu's
too
because it's
much.
simple, and I like Darth Vader's because, well, it's freaking Darth Vader. Before,
I can effectively use a staff though.
if you're gonna use the staff in the Star Wars universe, use a Cortosis staff. There you go. You won't kill yourself, and you can fight back against somebody with a lightsaber very effectively.
Cortosis, my dude.
Exactly. I always wanted to make a light spear, get some good reach.
Oh, like
Yeah,
enforcing
that's right. Somebody never did make a light spear or a light yari.
A what?
A
Yari?
yari is basically a Japanese style of spear.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Yowie, the well, you know.
That's a different type of spearing altogether.
Well then.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. No.
Wait, what now?
Yeah, this. No, I'm talking about my freaking
Yes.
the freaking thing I
Although I'm
recommended
pretty
to me.
sure somebody
Project
already
Photographer.
has.
Oh, talking about lightsabers, I do have this.
It's a dildo. No.
No,
No.
this is,
Oh, it's a
Bubble
bubble
toy.
blower.
yeah. It's a little
This is
bubble.
better
one.
than Halo Online.
Let's see. The desk
Wait,
isn't
what do
really,
you-
the desk really isn't very amazing. It's just the computer, some Xbox
turn
controllers.
your you should turn the webcam around so we can see it. So your gaming setup.
Let's see, is there anything incriminating on here?
Oh.
What do you mean?
Wait, is he actually gonna do it?
Let's see.
I can't tell. Like 20 minutes behind. Is it live?
Let's
I
see.
don't have it on live.
Yeah, there's no way to really do that with this. I don't know if there's something I accidentally left out that could give away my position, like my address.
Your address.
Yeah.
All four of us just come and find you.
Well,
we just show up at your door. We're like, hey, what's up? We're not gonna hurt you. We just want to say hi.
I'm worried about
Raise
creepy
hope.
people, you know, because I
Yeah,
still
that-
remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Him
I can't
before.
rewind the stream like I used to. What the hell?
This desk actually has been here for over 20 years.
But hey,
Oh, it's
John,
older
you-
than me.
So
Gee, maybe you need a new desk, John.
hey, it's still good.
No, if it's still functional. It's still functional.
It's kind of funny.
It feels so weird hearing someone say that. Oh, my desk is still functional.
Well, it
Yeah,
is.
it's still freaking functional, guys. I
Dude.
swear. But hey.
Right now, my
Your
computer
desk is
monitor,
older than me.
my computer
My
monitor is on
desk.
a
Huh?
desk that is older than all of us combined. The piece of furniture my monitor is on is 75 years old as of last year.
Holy hell.
Yo,
Are you
that's
sure that's all of us combined?
No, I'm just
How old? I'm sorry. How old are you? Like,
it's not as old as all of us combined. It's
You're like 32, aren't you?
I'm 19. Okay. I'm
okay,
19,
so
I'll
no,
say
it's
that.
not older than all of us combined. But it's
Yeah, you
pretty-
idiot! Don't lie to us.
Well, I'm
Oh,
tall.
Don't freaking lie
you
to
wanna
us,
go that-
God.
You want to go that route?
I'm kidding. Never mind.
I've
You
got
actually,
that
you
chunk
actually
of wood
probably
right
have
here.
a furniture. You have a chunk of wood right there that's actually older than all of us combined.
Yeah, it's about 350 years old because it's
Okay, then I stand corrected.
I am 4 billion years old.
Oh no. But
See,
hey,
well,
John. I have a
if you're
question.
that old,
John.
we're calling the
Yeah.
government on you.
Exactly.
John, right? Okay,
Find
guys.
out
How do? Hey guys, I have an actual question. How do you guys?
everything.
Yeah.
You may not ask it.
So, okay. Basically, how do you like I switched on to my PS2 and I'm on the couch because like my neck and like my upper back was just like, oh,
Your neck is stiff. You might want to go see a doctor about that.
Not stiff. It's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't say a brain system. Well, yeah, kind of a brain. It just hurts. Just, I don't know if I'm just hunched all the time or
Stay still
whatever.
more than 3 hours and
Whatever.
you see the doctor.
John, I just realized, why is that crosshair bigger than, like, freaking Alaska?
Because it's Wolfenstein engine. I like it.
Can you change the size or no?
No, this is
Wolfenstein
Wolfenstein.
engine was never intended to have a crosshair. The fact they got a crosshair working in Wolfenstein to begin with is...
It's probably just
voodoo.
a texture that's just... actually kind of is voodoo now that I think about it.
That's just it. Wolfenstein
Is this
doesn't
just
support
running
it.
off of Wolfenstein 3D or just like through separate SDL?
I'm sure it's got to be a short port. God damn it! But go on, right?
Are you playing through EC Wolf or?
I don't know. I don't know.
How do you not know?
Because it's probably a complete package.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And like, and also I just want to say that normally my neck doesn't really do this. It's like every once in a while, even like I guess like talking with you guys, it's like I don't know, just my like
Are you
my
in
lower.
the same position
maybe
for
it's-
longer than 15 minutes at a time?
I guess you would say that.
Maybe it's
That's probably what it is.
You know what it probably is? It's probably because we cause you pain and you want to die.
Commit not
You want to
breathing.
commit not alive.
So
I feel homicide.
yes, because my lower neck has sentience and says Vulcan.
It's saying Vulcan. It's saying Vulcan, do it. It's saying Vulcan, do it.
Feed me the rope, Vulcan. Feed me the rope.
It's been
Well,
up for long.
The rope.
Do
Uh,
it.
what's actually kind of funny about that is there's actually a Outer Limits episode where something like that happens. It's where I think either the guy's on a drug trip or this is actually something that happens. The guy's hands like come to life with their own sapience, and they're like, "Leave the tyranny of the body," and he starts cutting off his own hands, and they like go run around
What?
killing people.
What is this horror movie level shit? What is this?
Outer
John,
Limits.
you've been
Outer
streaming for 3 hours.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun.
No.
It's been up for longer than 3 hours. He has to go see a doctor now.
Oh,
Well,
well,
this is when he has an erection longer than 4 hours.
That's called a priapism.
We don't know what he's doing.
I'm not gonna assume anything, but
yeah, I'll stop.
he's fucking lowering the camera. I hate you, John.
I just
Oh,
saw
yeah,
it before he moved it back up.
I literally hate you, John.
Negascott, I would say that my personal favorite is Generals. That's the first one I played, and I played, I don't know how many hours of that. I played that. What's funny is I actually bought the physical release of that, because I think that's the only way you could get it. And I played that through Game Ranger, I don't know how many, like 50, 60 hours, something like that. Absolutely loved it.
I used it for Republic Commando.
I'm 19. I probably don't know what that is.
I'm 18 and I know what Game Ranger is.
Well,
It's like-
I only really started PC gaming in like 2013. Okay.
That's fine. You go check out Game Ranger for playing older games online.
Ye-
It's actually
Yeah,
works
especially
well.
games that
Oh.
used to have GameSpy, but now GameSpy is dead. So using
I've-
Game Ranger will help you on that.
Never mind. I've seen this before.
Yeah. I used
It's not like
to
anybody
play.
brought up HeatNet.
It's like I used to like have Game Ranger, and I would play Republic Commando multiplayer.
Hey, if you want to go old school, I can bring up something I barely know anything about called Durango for Doom.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that's on there. Can one of you guys check it? Extra Mana. It's a YouTube channel. I did an interview with him just today. He interviewed me. Turned out pretty good. Extra Mana's a cool
Really?
guy. Yeah.
Oh, you got an interview? I mean, you're getting more famous, General.
Yes. That guy also interviewed Iron Liz, Mars Girl, and a few other people from Channel Awesome.
Helps you. Helps you.
That was not too long.
Helps you. Invite code. What? Okay.
forget, what is your subscriber? Was it like 9,000?
Yeah, not as high as I'd like it to be, but
800?
yeah.
He's like close to 10K.
No, I'm not. I'm not even to 9,100 yet, sadly. Getting popular has been so difficult. I don't know why, but it just has been
a lot
for me.
farther than I am.
Yeah, but I've been doing that since 2009, though. So
I know.
YouTube is evil.
I can't complain. I can't
Google is
complain.
evil.
Also, John, he did not
YouTube.
upload that review.
Okay.
He didn't upload it yet.
Alright, it'll probably be up tomorrow. There's a lot of audio to go through. We went for an hour and a half.
I really can't complain yet.
Yeah,
see.
YouTube is the big gay.
Red Dead 2.
Biggest.
I'm probably gonna play it when it comes out.
Closest
And
city.
BO4? I don't really know what that is.
Black
Ops 4.
Oh, okay. BO4. Wow.
Let me
Because I
see.
sound any
Audio.
older.
Can I find this?
And probably
Can I
not.
find
I don't
this
really
city?
like COD that much anymore. I haven't played a COD game multiplayer since 2012. So, yeah.
Speaking of COD multiplayer, if you used bling unironically in MW2, I hate you.
I never got that high level, so yeah. I sucked at that because I was playing it on a tube TV.
It's funny because
TV, huh?
It's funny because apparently, like, people tend to say, like, people are always, like, much better at, like, MW2. Anyone can get good at MW2, and I'm like, I've always been better at COD 4.
I never played that multiplayer. By the time
You said you played it once and never again.
Yeah. Because it was...
By the time you played it, MW2 came out, and the game basically became dead.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, except it's still playable via Game Ranger.
Well, I just go on the dang COD 4, like what's it called? The dang COD 4 game, and I just go on the server browser.
Yeah, it's deader than doornail. You just do that.
No, so I've heard that it's been infested with hackers, right?
Not
I've been
really.
infested with hackers for a while.
On
Like,
the 360?
no, that's because it's harder to hack on 360.
Well, I was referring to PC.
In my weenus. That's where.
I tried...
account not activated.
before Channel Awesome became what it became today, well, it's still bad then, but I tried to join them as a book reviewer, and they didn't. Obviously, I didn't get to. Obviously, they didn't have me join on there, and I'm glad they didn't, because I'm glad I got to avoid all that crap.
I've actually not run into many hackers on COD 4 on PC. I used the mod. I used version what is it, 1.7 to 1.8.
God damn it!
It's like the version I have is compatible with that because for some reason back in April they rolled out an update for COD 4 on Steam that reverted it back to 1.6. But they were like, no, I had to patch it to run 1.8, which is like the version everyone plays. Because it like fixes a lot of bugs that were in 1.6.
Everybody's gone back to 1.7.
Well, there's like a launcher that can play on 1.7 and 1.8. It's like 1.7. It's like 1.77 or some shit to 1.8. That's what it says or whatever.
I don't even bother with the multiplayer anymore, except for one thing. I will boot up Hezbollah every now and again to not face creatures, screamers, little teams,
Little Timmy's.
I just have voice chat completely turned off, honestly, on COD 4 on PC, and I just play like TDM or just zombies. Zombie mod. Okay, I can check games. Action.
And I think Descent has a remake mod being worked on, but I don't think anything has happened with it yet.
What do you mean?
There's actually multiple Descent remakes. You got Descent Underground.
Descent Underground actually went silent for a while, and they rebranded it, and they just called Descent now.
Yeah, it's that. In fact, there are Descent successes, which are very good.
Yeah, like Overload.
Yeah.
What else? There was another one that came out. I forget what it was.
There's a roguelike one that came out recently that I'm going to check. But if you really like Descent and you want to hold over for right now, go look up Forsaken on GOG.
Oh yes, I love Forsaken. That was like a childhood game of mine.
I'm just one man. I can't play everything. Let's see. And yeah, I am going to stay independent. Although, if H&K wants to sponsor the channel, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I know, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Sir, do you want the General Lotz? Yeah. Do you want to be sponsored by us?
What?
We are the people from Heckler and Cole.
Looking
Oh,
at
they
these,
crap! Somebody pronounced it right.
Hulk?
Heckler. Wait, what happened?
HK Firearm.
Heckler and Coke?
Cool. Not rock.
What, Heckler and Coke?
Heckler and Cook.
Diet
Heckler
Coke?
and Coke.
No, they don't cut.
Heckler and Coke.
Diet Coke.
Fuck you.
I didn't know there was a diet.
Remember, kids, diet is just die with a T.
Let's see, I'll have 2 Big Macs,
I mean, you're
3
not
fry, and 1 medium Diet Coke.
A double cheeseburger.
Why? They're always
One minute diet
someone
death.
chooses a Diet Coke.
I'll have 2 number 9s,
Number 9,
Number
large.
9 large.
a number 6 with extra dip,
Good dip.
a number 7, 2 number 45s.
The sad part is, I actually
If
drink
it-
Diet Coke, and I don't eat fast food at all.
If the menu had over
Ouch.
5 options, I would not want to work there.
All these servers for COD 4 like
I'll say-
servers I've not seen before. Something tells me that they're not on the current like mod that COD a lot of people on COD 4 on Steam play.
I used to drink Diet Coke, but no more, just because I don't drink that much soda anymore. And, actually, I don't drink that much Coke anymore, I should say.
Like a honky.
I'm trying to break myself of calling sodas sodas,
Coke.
because I have no reason to call it that anymore. Technically, in Texas, you're supposed to call all soda, regardless of brand, a Coke.
Really?
Yes.
Pepper.
There's servers for freaking
The worst 90s shooter that I've played, I would have to say Daikatana, because I was going to do a review of that, but I got distracted by a much better game. The big problem with
Daikatana.
the big problem with Daikatana is the weapons literally kill you if you don't use them right, and there's a massive difficulty spike literally within the first 5 minutes of the game. The story doesn't make any sense. Literally, it's just like, at least from what I remember, I have the GOG version. Like you see some people doing stuff. You don't really explain what they're doing, and it was terrible. Let me put it this way: it was terrible, legitimately horrible. Okay.
Yeah,
What the?
it is.
Wait, what the fuck? Why is Need for Speed under simulation games and Game
The
Ranger?
thing I miss most about college. Now, I never actually stayed at the university. I just I started the smart way. Went to the community college, then transferred to the 4-year university. So I never actually set foot on the physical campus at any time during my time there. So it would only be the thing I miss about during that time, and that was being able to stay up till 3 in the morning every single day playing Sins of a Solar Empire and Forces of Corruption, the Star Wars RTS. That is one thing I do miss.
Really?
Yeah. Forces of Corruption was probably that and Sins of a Solar Empire. Those were the 2 games I played the most back then.
Wait a minute, there's no servers for World at War. I'm offended.
COD Walk.
Oh, you triggered? You triggered?
World at War still has active servers. That's why it doesn't have anything at Game Ranger.
True. So does. True.
Well, yeah, playing video games. It was fun. It was fun.
As the worst 90s shooter, I'm gonna put this out there. Lethal Tender.
What?
Lethal Tender was.
What? That's probably something I've never heard of, and I probably don't want to know about.
It's just a really shit pseudo Wolfenstein clone. There's nothing really to speak of. There's nothing to note to it.
That fate, the moment you realize they used to be called Doom clones.
Every game that used to be called a Doom clone. What are you talking about?
Well,
You
in
know-
the fighting game
Yeah.
before it was called a Street Fighter clone.
Super Mario Brothers was a Doom clone. I'm kidding.
I'll be honest. I don't remember anyone around me calling it calling anything, saying the word Doom clone. But I will say this though: I didn't have any friends until 2010. So there's that.
And the fact that you were
You
like
were better off.
4 when Doom came out.
Are you saying literally or?
I had like some acquaintances, but not like anybody I would hang out for significant periods of time. So
Excuse me.
I made
Did
up
you
for
at least
lost
have
time.
acquaintances in real life?
Yeah.
You said that.
So,
Not
you want
friends,
to
but
on
acquaintances.
Oh.
I will split your skull if you try to chew this headset.
what?
By the way, John.
What?
Also, John. Not to mention we were like 4 when Doom came out. So
Yeah, but they would have called it that afterwards, though. And
supposedly they stopped really being called Doom clones.
I don't know when they.
Like when Half-Life came out.
Wait,
Like that period of like 96 to 98 is like the kind of convergence from Doom clones to first-person shooters.
Oh, the first time I played Half-Life all the way through was during the 2016 summer, and the whole time I was playing it, watching The Office as well.
Please
I
God,
watched
no. No.
I watched this whole series of The Office while I was playing Half-Life.
Congratulations.
first play of Half-Life around 1998.
Like around when it came out. Or...
Yeah, when it came out.
What was the computer you played it on? What were its specs?
Voodoo graphics?
Actually, yes.
You needed. Didn't you need more than a Voodoo graphics to run it back then, or?
No, you could run it off of a Voodoo 2. I was lucky enough to have a Voodoo 3 at the time because, remember, this is 1998. I had just started working for Namco, and outside of video gaming, I was playing paintball. I can tell you the marker, it was sitting actually right next to me. STO Autococker was my paintball marker was.
Cocker.
So you had like a Voodoo 3. How much VRAM did that thing have?
Oh god. I'm not
2 megabytes.
I don't remember.
A megabyte of VRAM?
It might have had
Probably.
2.
Probably not even like.
Half a kilobyte.
Yeah, that was better than anything I had at the time.
512 bytes.
Well, understand, at the time, I was busting my ass working, I just got off,
Just a
this is
single
1998,
byte.
it's my last year of high school. I was doing, before I started with Namco, I was doing summer jobs, busting my ass, busting tables.
You were working the streets.
He was a burger flipper.
No. Thankfully, I avoided fast food. I was actually bussing tables for Olive Street Bistro.
I worked for Dairy Queen for a while. It was fun. I mean, I guess it's whenever the night was before the night would end, I would always put more fries and chicken in the fire just so I could eat it while I was cleaning the area.
Oh, wait. Hang on, I'm gonna cut you off there real quick, Rain. Storm, what state do you live in?
Illinois.
You have a Dairy Queen up there?
We have plenty of Dairy Queens up here.
That's actually shocking.
Shocking.
Why?
But you'll never know. You'll never know the greatness that is Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Texas
Yeah.
represent.
3 a.m.
Exactly, John. John knows.
Texas
There's like 50 freaking Whataburgers
Actually,
down
I've
there.
been to Texas, so I
Houston, John, Jesus.
think I actually was at one.
Like around the freaking hotel, like when I went on that vacation this past April, which like again the last day I went to Seawolf Park because I basically told my parents last minute. What is it? Like that freaking hotel I was staying in, there was like 50 Whataburgers around us, and I was like, what the hell? Like within the span of 10 miles, there was like 50 Whataburgers.
That's Texas and Louisiana.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, go on. You were talking about like the Voodoo 3.
Actually, wait, hold on. I need to respond to the chat real quick. Future Shock. I don't. Wait. Future Shock's different from what I'm thinking of. the PS2 third-person shooter must be what I'm thinking of, and then most anticipated games for October. I can't even think of a game coming out in October, and I do not know who Brett Keane is or Individual Solutions. I do not know what any of that is. So, do any of y'all know who Brett Keane is?
No.
Okay.
So, Voodoo 3 card?
All I remember is that it didn't have that much VRAM to it because, well, we didn't need that much back then. The
Yeah.
biggest textures we had were like 1024 by 768.
Yeah. Isn't that like the max res that like WON Half-Life ran? 1024 by 768? Or was it like 1280 by 960?
I think you could get it at 1280 by 960 back then. I could be mistaken now, I'm not sure, but I think you could get it up to that.
And like, this was before that like HD pack that came with Blue Shift in like 1990, like 2000.
So 2000 was the only good thing that Gearbox ever did was release the expansion packs and the HD pack for Half-Life.
That's the only good thing Gearbox ever done, yeah. There was a time when Gearbox was good, and it was a time when they were making video game expansions.
2001.
There was a time when they were making video game expansions and nothing else. They should probably go back to that.
Yeah. And the song that's playing is Rufus's theme from Final Fantasy VII.
Are you listening to music? Can I do song requests? Can I do a song that'll get your thing copyright striked?
I got copyright strike to hell and back with that Doom video. I don't even know what the hell was with that.
Wait, Doom.
Which Doom video? Your 1,000 sub subscriber?
You've probably got like 10, 20, 50, you got 500 videos about Doom on your channel. Come on. Don't lose in the dark.
Last week's stream.
Oh.
Oh, you got copyright strike?
Oh, the Doom Slayer Chronicles.
No, that was Doom. Low poly Doom.
Oh.
So I don't know what the hell is with that, but Rufus.
Oh boy. I'm surprised there were no secrets along that wall.
Yeah, you think it would have been. You know, Final Fantasy VII. Okay, so here's a funny story from that. God damn. That's not part of it.
Oh, that's a good story.
Okay, so Final Fantasy VII. I'd never played it, never owned it, or anything. So a friend of Opal's sent a copy, right? But didn't tell either one of us. And so I get this package in the mail, right? And it has some random name on it. Now, knowing that I have a YouTube channel, I was like, oh, somebody gifted me a copy of Final Fantasy VII. Okay, it's like somebody sent me one, right?
I'm scared now.
It wasn't. It was her friend. It's like, oh yeah, did you ever get that game? It's like, wait, you sent it? It's like, god damn it! I had to take the video down. I thought somebody had gifted me that. Oh, and see you, Raynick.
You thought it was one of your subscribers, but it was one of her friends.
Oh wait, no, you're not leaving, are you? You're saying goodnight to the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. See you, Mad Max. Work on Sunday. Ugh, that's horrible. I do.
Rain. Can you you were telling a story about like Half-Life in general, like your first time playing it on the like PC or whatever.
Yeah, I ended up playing through because I had friends who were working for EB Games. This is way before they got bought out by Lame Shop.
Oh, EB Games, good god.
Oh
boy.
I had friends that were working there, and I had an ex-girlfriend who was working there. Not really.
She was a beach.
No, just I'll be blunt. We were both kind of average.
We were both kind of average. Like in what aspect?
As in, I'm kind of plain looking, and so is she.
Storm, stop playing that.
It was a case of me. None of us at the EV. That was a regular EV. I mean, we'd hang out. I'd help them out just because, if I'm not working for the beach school, it's my last school. I got shit to do.
And working at EB Games with other average-looking people.
Oh no, I wasn't working there. I was just helping him out. Just basically, like, you know, I've got nothing to do for the day.
So,
Shit for it.
what ended up happening?
So we're having a bit of a race to see who can beat it because we all hate spoilers. And my fucking ex beats it before I do.
Let me guess, she spoiled it for you.
Oh yeah, she spoiled it for all. It's like, god damn it.
She tells you everything. She tells you the nihil, and she tells you freaking Gordon goes into like the freaking.
Ah, shut up.
For some reason.
So wait a minute,
Exactly.
G-Man is
The
actually
game-
Gordon's father. Okay, makes sense.
Shut up.
No, she should have done that just to throw us on a wild goose chase.
She should have, yeah. She should have said Gordon's actually the son of God.
No, that would have been unbelievable. Like, you know, there's a link between Gordon and G-Man. It's like some very slightly true, very believable lie.
Yes,
Just to get us
yes,
all
it's his father.
Alright, who perpetrated this theory? Was it Matt Fat Pat Slap Theory guy?
No,
Matt Pat has no dick.
no,
Exactly.
Pat cannot be given that because that kind of theory happened well before he ever crawled on the line.
What theory? The Nihilant is the G-Man?
The
That
Nihilant?
Nihilant to the G-Man.
Oh, no,
Nihilant is linked to the G-Man. The G-Man's trying to control the Nihilant. The Nihilant is
The Nihilant is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh, wait.
theory's been on the internet for like what? Over 10 years?
I don't know. It's been on the internet since
God damn.
1999.
Yeah.
Internet.
I
Like I was gonna, I wanted to
Yeah.
say 20 years, but I wasn't too 100% sure. But I guess I was right at the first
to
time.
the internet until I was like in 7th grade.
It feels bad, man. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Well, that feels bad, man.
You're
18.
19. I'm 20. I hate being 20.
Just wait till you're almost 30.
You're gonna hate being 30 then.
You're gonna look back at
According
20
to
and say, God damn it, I wish that could come back.
See, the only reason I don't do that.
I'm already looking back when I was 16. I was like, God damn it, I wish I was back now.
14 again because those years were glorious.
I wish I was like.
I wish I was 2 again. No, I'm kidding.
I loved my senior year because I literally had to do nothing.
Oh, damn it. Some sniper bitch hit me.
I wish I was.
That's sexist.
I wish
God,
I was.
sniper cunt.
I
Wish
wish I
you
was.
were what?
You didn't hear that from me.
I wish I was a fetus again.
I wish I was dead.
Dead
Yeah,
alive
that way,
or brain dead.
that way he could see inside his mommy's vagina.
No, I wish I would die.
Norman Bates.
Oh man, now here's a
Eventually,
strange
I'm just gonna have
thought.
someone saying, I wish I were an Adrian Barbeau daughter.
But like, here's a weird thought. Like, memories of like pre-existence, if that makes any sense. Like,
Yeah, I remember when I was a sperm.
Memory doesn't exist. You don't literally. it does
yeah,
not exist.
that's the weird
Yeah.
part.
Well,
Because
kinda
like,
want
how do
to-
you fathom that? That's so weird.
It doesn't work like that. Pre-sapient have sapient memory requires, number one, you have to have enough brain cells. Number two, there has
Well,
to be
yeah.
enough brain cells to cause division. Pre-sapient memory doesn't exist because there's not enough cells there to hold that.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying that it's strange to think about that, like, this the pre-becoming sapient part, and actually being aware is, like, a very strange feeling. It's almost as, like, oh, not strange and uncomfortable as death, but at the same time.
Hey, Rain, Rage just called you a furry.
Oh, no.
They also called me a troll or a horn dog. So it's a multiple choice question. So
That's an insult.
I think he said-
That's that
We're
well,
90s
them's
kid.
I think he
them's
said
fighting
one of
words
us
these
this morning.
days.
I think he said we're all horny. I was like, no, we're not horny. Or else we would not be at the stream.
No, I'm dead.
As for, 90s kid, it's sort of late 80s, early 90s. Although, working in Namco, it wasn't Felicia or Morgan, but any Capcom character on my name tag, it was Sophicia.
Honestly, I don't remember who that is.
Soul Calibur, the Greek.
I was going to say Soul Calibur.
Oh, Sophitia. Okay.
God damn, how many troops are they gonna send?
Hey, hey, also Rain. You mentioned this before that you preferred like Soul Calibur and Street Fighter over MK. It is one of the reasons why you would prefer Soul Calibur over MK is because of that one move that Sophitia does, where she like.
I'm sorry.
Like, there's like 2 moves that she does that involves
Really?
basically
Shut
her
through the goddamn
opponent.
She does sexual tasing.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are both her throws. And actually, no, because even though they are funny,
It's a joke.
yeah, even though they are funny, it's actually really hard to use that.
Oh,
when
what the
you try to
hell?
do her. You
Oh,
can
you fucking
if you're good
cunt.
with Sophitia all the way up to Soul Calibur 2.
You can't tell I'm getting angry.
Without even using the throw.
If you cannot tell, I am getting pissed up at a Prep 2 right now.
Why are they
Don't
trying
play
to?
it.
Are they trying to give you loot boxes or?
No, I was running away from the enemy. No way they saw me.
So
Yeah.
loot boxes.
No, they don't have loot boxes anymore, gladly. But I'm a
Did you just say
sniper.
sadly?
No, gladly.
Oh, I was about to say I was gonna shoot.
I am not a heretic, okay?
Since you're playing it, you already are.
Well,
Prejudged
I got it on sale, so that's the only reason I'm playing it.
You know,
And the fact I can snipe scrubs from half a mile away.
you're gonna have to end up reading at least 3 pages of Das Kapital as penitence.
Das Cap. Oh no.
3 pages of what?
Das Kapital.
I don't know what that is. I forget what that is. Actually, it sounds like something communist based.
It is. I think that's the
Yes.
second
Karl
book.
Marx.
I think
Oh.
that's Marx's second book. Or I don't know. Wait, did the Communist Manifesto come first, or was it Das Kapital? I don't remember.
I do believe Das Kapital is the second.
Okay,
It's
good.
Hitler's dildo.
Stalin's.
Well, saying that Nazism is essentially socialism, yes.
Oh man, that pisses so many people off. I love it. I mean,
What?
when you call National Socialism socialism, just read the comment section.
It is.
You know, read the comment section. It's so funny.
You know, I actively
It is socialism.
I actively tried to not call National Socialism Nazism or whatever because I want to drive the point that there's a reason why National Socialism is National Socialism. Because it's like...
Phasma.
Well, there was a cola recently released called, it's a clear one, called Not Sea Cola. It's basically
Good
it's
God, that guy's a
essentially
horrible
the
sniper.
Germanic Crystal Pepsi.
That's funny.
He shot 6 or 7 shots at me and missed when I was out in the open. Now that is a horrible sniper.
Nice.
What a horrible existence. I'm kidding.
All right,
said
so I'm gonna
GG,
try to
huh?
shoot these guys a few more times, and I'm just gonna call it a stream. But I'm not gonna like get off the Discord server though. All right, you're gonna try it one more time. It's like it's literally just an army. I have like a bullet, and then BJ pulls out his katana because of course he has a katana.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
how's that sense gonna
Right.
go?
Like,
He
is
just pulled out his what?
it's like, is BJ fighting the Japanese now?
No,
So why does he have a katana?
because he went to a comic convention and wanted to become a samurai ninja warrior.
Because he had sexual relations with his mother.
Actually, I think his mother was dead before he was ever an adult. No, no, she wasn't. She was still alive. Okay, I'm done with Operation Gral.
He said yes, mommy senpai.
In short, Operation Gral is excellent, but it's rock fucking hard. And I know I didn't change the background title card.
Rock hard.
I know I didn't change the background title card because I'm lazy, okay?
That's what she
It's not
said.
supposed to say low poly doom, but it does. So, in any event, yes, rock hard. So, anyway, I enjoyed the stream. I'm glad y'all were able to show up for it.
Y'all, good God.
Hey, Texas represent. So, next week there'll be another stream. I'm not sure of what it's going to be yet.
Do a multiplayer stream because it's.
Yeah, but it's always so
We're
much
getting sick
effort.
of just being your co-hosts.
Not really. I mean, it's fun, but I mean, I want to as well.
We get to talk about random BS. It's fun.
It's like a lot of effort, but we'll see. I might do
Effort. Oh.
maybe some more Left 4 Dead. I'd like to get Doom to work, but getting that to work has not been easy, so I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see. If it's not Left 4 Dead, it'll be Killing Floor. If it's not that,
It's
Alien
like riding
Swarm,
a
something like
monkey.
that. So, anyway, have a good evening. And so it's General Lotz wishing you good Das Gral and good Das Capital, or whatever makes you happy.